Welcome back to another episode of Enter the Nerdom, guys. I'm here with co-hosts
Stan Morency
and Watson Bradshaw.
And I'm obviously Chad Cook.
Obviously. It's been a while since we got together, but we've had
it's been too long.
Yeah, we've had a lot going on. We were at Pasadena Comic-Con.
Oh yeah,
and so we'll get to that as well. But there's a lot of stuff we've watched since we last saw each other. But first, we want to start off with saying that we lost two greats in the entertainment industry, Robert Duvall and Hideki Sato. Robert Duvall obviously speaks for himself. We recently lost him. I think he passed away last night.
I believe so, yeah.
We grew up watching him from everything from Apocalypse Now. He's got a huge body of work. I can't. There was Godfather.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Falling Down. We lost a great one, and our condolences go out to him and his family.
Yes.
And thank you for everything that you.
I think 95 when he passed. So yeah.
So, but he. Thank you for helping shape generations.
Yes.
Sir. So rest in peace. And Chad.
And then Hideki Sato. He was previously the president of Sega from 2001 to 2003, but he's been working with the company since 1971. And he originally started out working on the arcades and then moved on to the home consoles that we know and love growing up, the Mega Drive and the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast, and even some of the earlier versions before the Mega Drive Sega Genesis. But he left the company at 2008, so he hasn't been a true part of it. But since I felt bringing him into attention now, because we are a nerddom, guys.
Yeah.
So
and we're of that generation where we spent a lot of our childhood around a console,
or in the arcade too.
Yeah, for me it was definitely a Sega. I was a Genesis kid.
Same here.
And playing Sonic and stuff like that, and Toe Jam and Earl, and fun games.
Nintendo 64 kid right here.
So here we go.
So much better.
Street.
So much better.
Don't listen to him. Sato.
We get it. You guys won the console war.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Thank you. Exactly. Where's Sega Genesis now?
Yeah, I know. Sega went.
Oh, I don't see Nintendo in the arcades though.
That's true.
Sega's got that wrapped.
You guys beat there, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you again for everything that you contributed, sir, and rest in peace as well.
Yes.
We watched a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies. First, let's get to Pasadena Comic-Con because some people just
been a while.
Been a while. We were there last month. It was a great turnout. Thank you for everything that stopped by the booth. If you're listening now and you're a new listener, thank you again.
Yes.
What'd you guys think of the con?
Oh, it was great. We had a great time.
Met some fun people.
Yeah, we met a lot of really cool people and had some great conversations with people while we were there. I think great turnout. A lot of cool stuff. I bought a rug.
You did buy a rug?
I did.
Remember.
There was a booth that was selling comic book covers into rug forms or
awesome.
placemats and stuff like that. So I bought the Batman cover that Todd McFarlane did, the 423. And it's one that I have. I love that comic book. I've had that. That was probably the first Batman book that I bought as a kid. And I have it signed by Todd McFarlane, and I was like, I got to get the rug now.
Yeah,
is it in your home office now, or is it?
It is. It's It's actually, I'm gonna mount it on the wall.
On the wall. Okay.
Kind of deal.
Nice.
Very cool.
I love it. So, but did you guys see anything at the con that you guys were loving, or?
There were some cool figures, but I was like, I'm gonna be a good boy, so I did not purchase anything, sadly. But there was a lot of great artwork too. Walking through the artist alley,
a lot of it, yeah.
And I was like, oh man, it's hard for me sometimes to walk up to them because I feel bad I don't buy anything.
Right.
It's like they're waiting there.
You want
to
support local?
Yeah,
artists,
I would love to, but I kind of watch from afar.
Yeah, it's hard with the con was so close after the holidays and everything like that too. It's like, oh, okay, I have to kind of rebuild some money.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah,
for conning it up again.
I've said it before. A lot of the artists are kind of just sit by their booths or on their phone. It's like you can't be doing that, man. People walk by, you got to engage them. Like, hey, how's it going? How are you?
They make eye contact, but then it's not like enough. I turn away because I'm like, I'm trying not to lock in with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You got it's that invisible line of knowing, like, okay, that person I'm gonna help. This person probably is not interested.
Yeah,
that's true.
Exactly. So we did a raffle again. In order to get a raffle ticket, you just had to give us a follow on any of our social medias.
Yep.
So the raffle went pretty well. But I stand in front of the booth and as people walk by, I'm like, hey, how's it going? This is who we are.
Stan's the king
I just
of
hook everybody.
He's our fishnet. He just
yeah, exactly. They come on in, because you can tell when people are interested when they're looking and they're like, oh, okay, but nobody's gonna talk to them, so they're just gonna keep walking. So I'm like, hey, and I tell them who we are and. This is all the free shit that we're offering for a raffle for just want a raffle ticket, just give us a follow.
And we had a great booth location this
year.
We
did. Yeah.
Right there by Funko. And,
right next to Funko.
And the signings and stuff. Yeah. So I think we had a lot of foot traffic. Which
right.
Great.
And Funko Girl won the one of the Loungefly bags.
Yeah.
It's the one that she wanted too, which was an Elf Loungefly bag from the film Elf. And she really wanted to get it, and she entered the raffle, and she got it. So I was like, all right, word. Didn't go some funny Funko stuff, but that's okay. Whatever.
No, we got those tickets.
Yeah, we got the tickets.
Make your own a Funko.
Right, like 10% off, 20% off,
something like that.
Something like that. We're all gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. And we were next to the signings, which was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
So it was a fun event. It's always fun. It's setup was pretty quick, and I the only thing I bought was I want to Believe poster from the X-Files.
Oh yeah.
I did end up getting that towards the end because I've always wanted that poster, and I've never since I was a kid.
Oh, you did get it?
I did get it.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Since X-Files came out in the '90s, and I was a huge X-Files fan back then. I always wanted that poster. Just never got the opportunity to get it.
So you're going to take that lame artwork behind you down.
This one right here?
You got to put it up.
Well, it's not artwork. It's a picture of a beautiful beach. That calms people.
No, I think we could have some hotels there or something. We get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Chad's talking about my my picture of a calm and beautiful beach that I got at IKEA, sir.
Oh, sorry.
That's in my living room here.
That artist, IKEA.
Yes, yeah.
Much like Banksy.
Yeah, much like, yeah.
Well, maybe we could put a UFO in that.
There you go.
Piece.
Why not?
Oh, there you go. In the corner. That would actually be pretty sick, dude.
Screaming on the beach or something.
It's kind of like in the corner, like
hire a local artist.
That's not a bad idea.
There you
go. Just like merge the two things.
It's all about compromise.
There you go.
Yeah, why not?
Every relationship.
Put a shark fin in the water.
There you go.
Sure.
Have the poster from Jaws with the lady swimming.
Yeah.
Fin in the back.
There you go.
That is vandalism.
Yeah. I actually did that because on the other side of my wall here is a picture of Los Angeles, and then on the other side is the beach. So it's like incorporating both sides of Los Angeles, the beach and the city.
I'm just like, where's this UFO poster gonna go?
That's a good question. I got room in my house, so I don't know where that's gonna go. I'll figure it out. Like, or I'll just do what I can do with most of the stuff that I buy and collect. It just sits in a corner somewhere in a box somewhere, never displayed because I have no room for it. So
that's the way of the nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So yes, Pasadena Comic-Con, great event. Hopefully we'll be at it next year as well.
Thanks for everyone coming out. Thanks for everyone that
thank you.
Give us a like and a subscribe and followed us on all the little social medias and hopefully stick around. And,
exactly.
You'll see some cool stuff.
So let's get to some of the TV and movies that we watched over the last time we met. There's a lot to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. I think let's get to the one that's probably the oldest on the list so far is Send Help. This is Sam Raimi's latest film.
Yes,
starring,
the king.
Yes, starring Rachel McAdams. We all watched it, right?
Yeah,
I did not.
Oh, you
did not.
I didn't get to make that trip.
You fool!
I know. Unfortunately, I was busy working, but
yeah,
I had to make a choice. I chose Iron Lung.
Iron Lung. I saw it with you. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Send Help stars Rachel McAdams, and I think Dylan O'Brien is her co-star.
Yes.
It is the story of her character's name is Linda Little. Mm-hmm. She's from strategy and planning. That's planning and strategy. It's the department. Mm-hmm. That is it's a very important point that we make. And she works for some type of looks like a financial company. Mm-hmm. She is a person who the film does. Rachel McAdams is obviously a gorgeous woman, but the film does this common thing that it does is like, oh, let's make her look frazzy hair and put glasses on her, and now she's ugly, and she wears like frumpy clothing, and she plays
a real dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as they would say in the '90s, with some of the movies that came
They
out.
put her hair in a bun. What a dog!
She's all that, you know.
I didn't think she looked terrible until later in the movie when she was on the island. I was like, oh, okay, there's a difference.
Oh, they glammed her up.
Yeah, as
much
time,
more than
glow up.
very much so on the island. Yeah.
But in the beginning, I was like, nothing's too bad about her. The only thing is she eats tuna fish sandwiches, and that's a no go for me.
That's in an office setting.
It's a red flag for Chad.
That's what we see. Yeah, that's what we see in the trailer of the Noxious Orders things, because she leaves a tuna fish sandwich, part of a tuna fish sandwich in her drawer.
Okay, that's
because she gets.
But it was not acceptable.
Yeah, she
forgot.
She
forgot
gets
about it. She forgot about it though. I
don't care who you are.
Yeah, but Linda is trying to move up in this company. It starts off as a very like male centric, very kind of douchebaggy tech bro. Kind of board that she's working with.
She was promised a position.
She's very good with numbers, so she creates this report. They're trying to do an overseas acquisition, which is why they end up having to fly out. But she is basically the architect of this, the author of this overseas acquisition that's explaining all the numbers, and she's hoping to move up. But of course, the guy, it's the
guy's son, her previous boss.
Yeah, Bradley, Bradley Preston takes over for his father who passed away. And he has all his tech bro
Nepo baby.
Yeah, he's Nepo baby, but he has all his bros, his fraternity brothers work in the company as well. So one of them takes credit for her work, and of course that's when we see in the trailer that she kind of loses in her car. Although they cut that from the movie where she's screaming in her car after he's talking about.
I thought there was a scene where she did scream.
Not in the car, no, not when we see in the trailer. But eventually she asks Bradley, I think I'm management potential, I can move up. He says, I just don't see you as that. No, I'm sorry. And that's when we see the noxious orders. Like, oh, one more thing. There's noxious orders coming from your from your area. But he says he obviously recognizes her importance as a numbers person.
Right.
So he says, we still want you to go overseas with us and help acquire this company overseas. And that's when the plane crashes very dramatically, as we see in the trailer. And we get a castaway situation where it's just Linda and Bradley stuck on this island. I thought at first it was more she was just kind of figuring it out as she went along. It's kind of what the trailer implies. But she's a huge fan of Survivor.
Oh, okay.
So she even recorded herself trying to get on the show.
An audition tape, trying to be. So she knows some survival skills, and she's watched countless
and books. You see like a shot of her home when she's like feeding her pet bird, and like you see all these survival books. And,
oh, great!
Like she's she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, so she does. Yeah, so she ends up on the island. Bradley, as we see, is wounded, and has also never been exposed to any type of survival situation whatsoever. And that's when we get this whole like Lord of the Flies kind of
like the flip of the dynamic.
Right, exactly.
Because when I left the movie, I was like, this is Castaway and Misery mixed together.
Right, so
and I was like, that's perfectly sums up what that is.
I like that.
And it was very fun. It was like, and I was waiting for the Raimi part to kick in, where it's like gore and like fun. And like once we were into the island a bit, it's like it hits and keeps going with it.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. Like it's a great theater experience, and I recommend I think it's still in theaters right now. So if people,
I almost saw it the other day. It's playing at 4DX still. So.
Oh, 40? Oh, wow. Oh my God! I wonder what they would do for 40X with the blood part of it. So but no,
they're a pop show.
I mean, probably because they crash in the ocean, so they spray you with a bunch of that. But yeah, no, I it was lots of fun. You kind of like have a debate on who you want to root for, really, because they're both not great people, it's just a theater experience that you should go. Make sure the theater has at least some people there, so you can enjoy with other people.
Oh, nice.
Because I think it's just a fun ride, and worth going to the theater for. Support your theaters, guys.
Yeah, support theaters.
Support your theaters.
Yeah. On the island, Linda and Bradley get closer because she's basically taking care of him. He tries to assert his power at the very beginning. She's like, that's when we see like in the trailer, like we're not in the office anymore, Bradley.
Yeah.
It's funny too because like he said like, oh, remember I'm your boss. Like, well, no. After the lawsuit of this airplane, I'm not. I'm not gonna have a boss anymore.
Do you know what causes the crash, or is it?
They don't go out. They don't go into detail. Just one of the engines just catches fire and
it's
just
not like
plunges
his
in the
fault
ocean.
or anything.
I mean, they are flying through a storm.
Yeah, I thought the lightning hit the.
I think. Oh yeah, right.
The lightning hit the plane. So.
Lightning does hit the plane, and and it causes the engines to catch fire and plunge in the ocean. But
very Castaway.
Yeah.
Bradley is wounded in his leg, so he can't walk around as much. So he has to rely on her for food and just water because he can't move as well. Eventually, as he gains more, he heals up. He becomes stronger. He advocates to leaving the island on a raft. And Linda's like, we can't, talk about like we can't, resources for that, and even if we could, like, we don't know where we are. I thought she was gonna do like a Castaway thing where, like, remember he does all the math and figures out, like, has an idea of where he is.
Yeah,
I thought she was gonna do the same thing. She's very good at math.
Well, with the reveal later in the movie, she had no reason to do that because
exactly.
But when they were talking about the raft, all I could think about was Castaway because he kept trying with the raft in that movie. Right. And the waves kept knocking him back, and I was like, so when he said that, I was like, that's not going to work, because I was like,
exactly, because you need that sail. You need sail.
He needs
exactly,
a sail.
Yeah.
And then, like, when he eventually pulls one out and tries to go, I was like, he doesn't have a sail. He's not making it.
Not gonna make it.
He's not making it.
So he starts to build a raft behind her back.
Yeah.
It seems like they're bonding. They're doing well, but he obviously doesn't trust her. At one point, he says, let me make you dinner tonight.
Yeah.
And they share, a dinner. It seems like things are going well. She tells him I was married at one point, but I let my husband. He used to abuse me, and so I let him drive drunk. I took away his keys, and then he hit me so hard one night that he was just like, I wanted my keys, so I gave him my keys, knowing full well that he'd probably get in trouble or end up dying that night on the road, and he did. As you think that they've bonded and they're close now, Bradley actually poisons her. There's some poisonous vines they mentioned that they find on the island, and it knocks her out, not to the point that he kills her, but it's definitely like incapacitates her. And that's when Bradley takes out the hidden raft and tries to make it, and just completely gets destroyed. The waves just
eat shit.
Just wreck his shit. And he ends up back on the island, and that's when Linda takes him back and poisons him with the toxins, and that's when we see the in the trailer we saw that scene of her looking like she's pretty much castrating him. And he can't move at all because he's been poisoned.
Like paralyzed.
Paralyzed, but he knows what's going on, but he just can't move. And so she goes to, looks like she's castrating him, and actually it turns out it's a rat that she was doing that to. And she's like, next time it won't be a rat.
Yeah.
And she also has a knife. She happens to have a knife on her. It's like a modern knife.
Found it.
I found it on the beach. She says, Anyhow, one time before all this happened, she's out there. She's bathing under a waterfall, and she sees a modern boat pass by, very close by the island. And she's about to yell out to it. She says, "No, it's not time yet."
Yeah.
So.
Wow. So she likes being on this island.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So time passes. Bradley's now been warned. He's very docile. And then we see another boat make it to shore as she's scrounging for food. And she sees it's Bradley's fiance and another fisherman. The search has been called off for these two survivors, for any survivors of the plane wreck, except that Bradley's fiance didn't give up on him. She sees her on the beach, and they've known each other, before the crash. And she's like, "Oh my God, Linda! Oh my God! Can you take me to Bradley?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, I can take you. I can take you." So she takes her and the fisherman to Bradley. But she has him go up a very steep cliff that is known to be dangerous because the edge of the cliff is kind of collapsed. Last time they went up there, her and Bradley, the cliff gave out. The cliff gave out. She almost fell, and Bradley saved her. Yeah. And she knows this cliffside is very hazardous and can't support a lot of weight. So she has both of them walk in front of her. The side of the cliff gives out. They both go. Bradley's fiance goes into is about to. Her name is Zuri. Bradley's fiance. Zuri is about to fall. The fisherman catches her. He's like, "Help me, Linda, help me!" And she takes a rock and she just bashes the fisherman's head off, causing both of them to fall.
Well, you don't see that.
We don't see it, but she raises the head above her. She's like, "I'm sorry." She's crying, and she's obviously dead.
No, I'm saying, but
you don't see them fall. Yeah,
but that's the way the movie it's
more implied.
It's implied, but then you also see like the aftermath or flashback to certain things,
right?
They don't give everything away right away in this movie, so it earns itself in the end.
Later on, she thinks she sees Zuri coming out of the ocean, and she's like calling for Linda, and she gets close to her, and it's actually looks like a zombified version of Zuri, but she's imagining it. She's hallucinating it. It's her guilt.
She's got that island fever.
Exactly. Yeah. Eventually, Bradley and Linda come to blows. They actually start fighting each other because Bradley realizes that he finds Zuri's body washed up on the beach, and he immediately accuses Linda, and that's when they start fighting. And she's about to Bradley's about to gouge her eye out, and she stabs him with a knife.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal fight.
It's great.
Yeah, they're both going at it.
Like real Sam Raimi good fight.
And Bradley ends up running off. And as he kind of goes around this bend in the island he's never been on, he sees a modern house on the island, like a modern beach house. That he goes.
When I saw that house, I was like, I really wanted it to be that's the house where a primate was. So like,
that's what I was thinking too.
They run into the primate.
Oh my god, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh man, that'd been amazing.
That'd been awesome. But as it turns out, Linda has been visiting this place numerous times. It's where she got the knife. She's been getting food from there. She took a shower. She takes showers there. It belongs to some billionaire who barely visits. She's hacked his security system, so she can see everything inside the house. Yeah. And of course, Bradley. So she's known about it for weeks. Or she's just gotten rescued because there's phones and everything.
Right. Yeah. Oh my god.
But she just enjoyed being on the island. It wasn't even so much like enjoying having Bradley like under her control. It was more that she just liked being away from society and like being on her own. I think she wouldn't have mattered if Bradley was there or not.
No,
but obviously she can't tell him because he's gonna.
I think it was partially that she really enjoyed it, but then also she had an alternative plan of like, I need to change this man's way of thinking, so when we go back, I will have what I deserve, and I'll be treated better.
Yeah.
So, and she was trying to do that, but it kind of got wonky on that journey. So. But yeah.
So Linda's watching Bradley in the house through the security cameras that she's already hacked, and she comes out with a shotgun and points it at him, and she's like, he drops his, and he's like, oh my god, I understand now. You're so beautiful, and why can't we be together? And we should be together. And she's like, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. And I was watching, I was like, Linda, don't fall for this bullshit, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. This guy's just trying to manipulate you, and he ends up he grabs a horn it's like some decorative horn.
There was
on the table,
like a bull horn that was
and he tries killing her with it, and she takes a golf club that he takes a shotgun from her and points at her and pulls a trigger, and there's no shells, and so she takes a golf club and just whacks the shit out of his head, and it's so great. And as he's laying on the ground, she's standing over him with the golf club, and she goes to hit him, and then the next shot, it cuts immediately to her playing golf in this huge tournament, and it's a year later that they've been rescued, and it's of course Bradley's dead, and I don't know, I survived. My book is out now. I'm being the lone survivor of this horrendous, and how I survived on the island for months on end, and she's now a celebrity, and she looks completely different. She looks like Rachel McAdams from Mean Girls. And then the last shot you see is her driving away with her parakeet in the car, and that's it. She drives off into success, and it was great. I love that. I was like, you know what? Good for her, dude. Yeah.
But a part of me, although I stopped, I was rooting for her most of the movie, and then when she killed his fiance, I was like, I feel bad for him now.
That's the only part I was like, oh, that sucks.
I was like, I near the end, I was like, I kind of want him to win, but I was like, either way, it's fun. So But it was it was very.
I did feel bad for the fiance because she had nothing. She was just looking for her.
She was just being a good. She was gonna save both of them.
Yeah, exactly. And at first, you kind of think that maybe she's like, she's probably dating him because he's not, obviously he's not a terrible looking guy, but she's dating him just for his money and his power. It kind of seems like it's kind of like but she's been spending months looking for him.
Yeah,
never gave up on him, and now she finds him, and Linda kills her. So it was. I felt bad for her fiance for sure. Overall, it was a fun movie. Chad, what did you think of it, man?
No, I would love to see the movie again. That'll probably be another Raimi to the collection, of physical medias that I have at home. So I thoroughly recommend this one. 5 stars.
Yeah,
nice
all the way.
There definitely is a very Raimi-esque quality when she thinks she sees the ghost of Zuri.
Yeah.
And at one point she's like comes up behind her and she's like kind of like
it gives a
jump scare. She's like zombie. She's like she's like zombified.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so it's
also a lot of gore from when she's hunting like boar and stuff. That's great. It's good
use of boar gore.
Yes, great use of boar gore.
Yeah, very much so.
Good.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a great time. I told Chad I wish I'd maybe spend a little more time, like. Because all of a sudden she's on the island, she hunts a boar, and then she's like, it's like Gilligan's Island. She has like everything all of a sudden. She has a hammock, and there's a fucking shack, and she has like her meals laid out perfectly. Like if you would go to like a sushi restaurant with even like garnishes and shit. You know,
that's like more than a month has passed. She's had that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but like in the trailer we see her hunting fish, and she gets one with like the spear hooks.
Yeah,
and she's like, oh my god, she's all excited. Yeah. They don't show that movie, so. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
You don't need to see everything because, like, it just gets boring at a point. It's like, okay, now she's got to learn.
No, but like the first time, you know what I'm saying? Like her trying or designing something. But I mean, I get why they cut it. It's fine. It was fine with that.
I like vaguely remember it from the trailer, but I didn't really need that because, like, I had other stuff to see in the movie that was just as fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's more of a relationship. It's not even more about survival. This movie is like Castaway is about survival.
Yeah.
This movie's more a relationship between her and Bradley.
I think the way you guys summed it up as like Castaway meets Misery.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
That's what it is.
Oh, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's more about the relationship between these two fucked up characters than it is about survival. Again, Castaway is all that. It's about him planning and creating shit, and because it's him versus nature. Where in this, it's person versus person.
Because the only unsinkable ship is a good relationship. That's what we're here to talk about.
Okay, you guys are not. That's not picking up the whispers of you guys. So I don't know. That we just had some dead air there. Thank you.
No, I'm sure they heard it because I project pretty well with my peas. Peas and
pop those peas.
Pop those peas.
It's no, it's not. It's not picking up at all, Harley.
Oh man,
but that doesn't mean it's not there though.
It does
because
it does.
We hear it. It might be small, but it's there.
Okay. Anyway,
I think I know.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
I don't think you do. Overall, great film. I had a good time watching it. It was fun. I recommend it. I suggest you watch it.
I mean, like I said, I really wanted to. I reached out with you guys, going like, should I see it? Should I not? I just wanted to. There's so much stuff coming out. It's so funny, like how it's like January and February normally is just like trashy dumping months for stuff. But there's been some good.
A lot of stuff has been coming out.
Yeah.
Well, so you reached out to me and you said, should I watch Send Help or Iron Lung? And I said, well, you probably have more fun watching Send Help, but I am watching Iron Lung, so if you're going to go watch it, let me know. And then you reached out to me and said, I'm watching Iron Lung. And I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's the next thing that we saw.
Speaking of things that you can't find.
Watson, take it away with Iron Lung.
I was intrigued with the whole concept of this film.
Yeah, me too.
A YouTuber named
Markiplier?
It's Markiplier.
Markiplier, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thany you.
You're welcome. I got to be on the internet for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you. He's famous for doing game reviews and walkthroughs and stuff like that. About 3 years ago, did a walkthrough of the video game Iron Lung. Fell in love with the concept and decided to self-produce, direct, write, and star in a movie adaptation of the game. And so I was intrigued at the idea of it, and I just thought I would want to support this, independent film.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the background is that there's been something called the Quiet Rapture.
Yes.
Which is most human beings and all stars have disappeared pretty much overnight, and so now humans have found a moon with an ocean of blood. Never explain where that comes from, but it's there. And they send pretty much a submersible with a condemned person, a prisoner. They've sent down, as we find out, they sent down multiple submersibles with a cruise in them, trying to look for bones.
Well, they're looking for resources in general, and they find this planetoid with with these blood oceans. So they go, there's got to be something in there that we can resource because the universe is dying. Like stars are going out,
right?
And there's very few. There's like no trees left. They make a big part of that. It's like they did have a space station, like a botanical space station named Eden. That gets destroyed,
right? And he's blamed for it.
Yeah. So Simon, who's our main protagonist, the guy we're following through the whole movie,
who's played by Markiplier.
Just say Mark to help you guys.
He's blamed for being part of this group that attacked the base, and he claims he never did anything. And they're like, well, part of this your sentencing is if you go down and to these like locations on the map and take pictures. We have this camera on this rig, and if you find anything, you'll be free. It then does become it's very he's the one actor in the movie pretty much. You do have a couple of others that you hear on a radio unit. You see a couple others. They do pull him out at one point of the movie to like his way station. But it is very much just him, and like this kind of like building tension of what's in this ocean and this kind of unseen threat. While time is running out because his oxygen is running out,
right? And
things just keep going wrong on the craft. You know? So I liked it. I thought it was very well. I thought it was well directed.
Yeah.
And for being a low budget film, they did really well. I think it was, we talked about this. It's a little long. You could have probably cut a good 40 minutes off it.
For sure.
About 2.5 hours.
It was about 2.5 hours. Yeah, they definitely could have been short. It could have been shorter for sure.
And you can tell he really loves this game, though. You could tell he loves the lore of it, and he expands on it. Because, I did go ahead and watch his review of the game. It is very much just a jump scare game kind of thing. Like, you hit all the spots, you take pictures, and then, a big monster can get you, So the fact that he was able to take it and make this really intricate, interesting story using a lot of, it's all practical effects, which look really great. He's like covered in blood through most of it. I thought like, his love of the game is definitely translated well. I think it could have been tightened up a little bit.
Yeah. He's like Watson said, he's the actor's on screen the most. I thought his acting was really good.
Yeah.
He's a decent actor. I was
really?
like, oh wow, okay, yeah.
And he's playing kind of this like stoic badass character, if you will, in the beginning. And then as the movie breaks down, as he goes on through the adventure, you find out, like all he wants to do is get out of this tub and be free.
Right.
And then realizing that it's not about him, like he's got to get this information to the surface no matter what. And, he may have to do the ultimate sacrifice to do so.
Yeah. It's, he also, we get a little bit of backstory on exactly what happened, that he claims he had nothing to do with the destruction of the space station, but everybody's blaming. That's why he's a convict, because they're blaming him for having destroyed the space station. And so, as the film goes on, and again, could have been a little shorter, but there was definitely moments in the film when I was like sitting there like, oh my God, is this still going? Like, just get to it, there are moments when, because he's in this ocean of blood, there's blood like leaking into the ship, and little by little, it's just kind of pouring in there, covering everything. So he's just like drenched in this blood, and we see that there's some type of creature down there that is trying to destroy. There have been other submersibles gone down there before him. He finds the wrecks of other ships, and he's able to get the information. At one point, they say you got to go back and you got to get that black box information.
Yeah.
He is able to retrieve He's able to download the information from the black box, which is going to give the humans on the surface a lot of some vital information they need. And he takes the black box from his ship, and as the ship is kind of so slowly being torn apart from the pressure and this creature that's outside, he's able to float the black box to the surface, and that's the final thing we see.
Yeah.
And it's implied that the humans on the surface are able to get it and pick it up. So, But yeah, overall, I mean, it was interesting. I'm glad that they took a risk with it. Again, I was very impressed by Mark's performance. Really well done. And yeah, like you said, it's practical. It's the entire movie is a bottle episode, which is interesting. It's all on the ship.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. Yeah, I was.
I love like some of the choices they did, which the ship design itself is very much like based on the video game.
Right,
like the way the controls are laid out, where the camera operation is, it's exactly like the game.
Yeah,
I like the use of, he was using the X-ray picture to light sections because there were sections of the ship you couldn't see.
Right,
but he realized once he takes a picture, actually like shines light. He can use the light to kind of open up areas. And I was like, oh, that's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things in this game. It's like, well, they didn't tell him there's water and a first aid kit.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't give him a flashlight and.
Well, he gets there's a manual, but he doesn't read it.
He doesn't read it. Yeah.
He just kind of flips through it.
Yeah. But yeah, you'd think he'd actually have like a flashlight or something down there.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it. Yeah, none of that.
Nothing.
Because he has to go under the ship there's a crawl space under the deck of the ship that he has to there's a restarting engine down there. A way to restart the engine. There's a the black box is down there. He doesn't know about any of that, and there's no light down there because he loses power at one point. So
yeah.
All he has is the X-ray camera to help light him. But, flashlight would be helpful in that point. But yeah.
I mean that's every video game. You
Yeah,
don't start with the items you need.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's it. But that's what. It's the video game itself.
That, when you watch it, I mean, it does play like video game dynamics.
No,
exactly.
And that's like I haven't seen it yet, but I'm like I hope people take direction from that when they do make further video game films. That it's by people who are that or in love with the game itself or the IP.
It's absolutely, you can see it on the screen.
Because if it's that visible and you could tell, like, and then other fans who are fans of that game will love it, and like they might not have a problem with the time length of the movie because they're in that world a little bit longer, which is always there have been movies that I like that people say are too long, but I love the world. Like I didn't care, even though it probably could have been tighter, it doesn't matter to me. The longer I was there, it was fun to be there. So. That's the thing. I don't know. I haven't read too many reviews on it, but I'm sure the fans out there of Markiplier and
even
like the game
his walkthrough of the game, I think it's like 50 minutes.
No. Oh, really?
It's a long game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So and it's a lot of like, go to this location, take a picture. Go to that location, take a picture. You're just like, okay. But he definitely takes that and puts it in the movie where like. Yeah, you are kind of feeling like, so when is things going to happen? Like, you're getting that anxiety almost.
Yeah.
But I dug it. I thought it did a great job.
Really well done, Really well done.
And I hope it does bring more people to a small indie game.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And he produced this. He wrote it. Apparently, he funded it himself. So really well. I'm glad that he was.
Budget there by any chance?
Yeah, the budget was $4 million. It's currently made $44 million at the box office. So definitely made its money back. So
good investment.
And it's been barely any marketing. So it's made most of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure most of his marketing was from his YouTube channel.
It initially beat Melania's.
It did.
Documentary.
He was very excited about that.
And then they removed it from the top.
Yeah, and then they have a popcorn bucket.
Of Iron Lung?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
At Regal, you could get the popcorn bucket.
That's crazy.
But then he also released the 3D printed file for it.
Oh, really?
So he's like, hey, if you don't want to spend the $40, $60 for the popcorn bucket, like, here's a 3D printed file so you can print
That's cool.
one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think there's been hardly any marketing on this. Again, it's probably from his YouTube channels. Majority of the marketing is coming from because it's going to be his fans. So it's probably made $40 million. In profit, if between 35 and $40 million. So it's pretty good.
Distribution,
exactly.
Like that. Yeah,
I'm surprised a lot more because there's so many indie games out there and some have very great stories to tell, and like I'm surprised no one's like wanted to sweep up a couple of them to make them into
features. Man. There's a lot of great.
This might just be the first test in the waters, no pun intended. But
he might be the good version of Uwe Boll of making video games. Movies.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope there's more of this. Did
I pronounce that right? Uwe?
I think it's Yule. I think it's Yule
because it's UWE.
Yeah,
and I don't. It's German or something.
They gave that guy carte blanche to do a lot of stuff, and he fucked it all up. It's pretty sad, and that's why we haven't gotten a lot of independent video game movies because of that.
He's famous for wanting to. He hired a lot of prostitutes for movies,
and that is saving money.
Yeah.
It's true.
He was like, I need scenes of people topless. I'm just gonna hire local prostitutes.
Yep. Yeah, but you're right. There are tons of. You're right, Chad. There are tons of like small indie games that would make great movies, and hope that people, snatch them up. Yeah. We got a good writing team right here. We can do it. So
send them our way.
You know what's a really good video game that they made terrible movies of is Silent Hill.
Yes, that is a leave the sideways to me, dude. Yeah.
Oh man, I thought that was good.
It was good though. Yeah. But yes, Silent Hill also is another not quite indie video game, but certainly a video game that, like Watson said, has not been the greatest. The adaptions have not been great in terms of film.
Let's say it didn't meet the hilltop of the game sphere.
Anyway,
come on, that was better.
The hilltop.
Hills?
Okay. Yes, we got it.
All right, sorry, I thought you missed it. I thought it went over.
Your protest wasn't silent.
Ooh.
Okay, anyway, so Return to Silent Hill is also the latest adaptation of Silent Hill that was recently released. And we went to go see it. You haven't seen it yet, Watson, right? Yeah. I've seen all these movies, and usually it's me that misses them. But
I know.
He's the trooper.
Chad, what did you? Let me put it this way. When we went to go see it, Chad was laughing a lot at a film that is not supposed to be laughed at. I don't think that's what they intended.
Full Cape Fear.
But he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, much. Like I usually, like if anything, I'll give a good chuckle if it's like a terrible.
Yeah.
Scene or whatever that, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so it's hard to recall the whole movie. But I would just say like there were some choices that were made with the character or like an event that he was making his way through, and I just couldn't hold in a laugh. I was like, bah! But I played Silent Hill 2 like I don't know. Probably 20 years ago or something. Mm-hmm. I don't even know. And I know they made a remake, but I haven't played it. But our friend Dan, he's a big Silent Hill fan, and I was like, oh, I'll go. And he even tried to defend the movie after we got out of the theater. But then like he texts us later and tells us like, yeah, I can't recall any of that movie. That's fair.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they tried. I'll say they tried. I don't know. The budget for the movie, really?
Yeah, the budget was $23 million. Okay. And the box office so far has been 41.
Because like a lot of the creatures were CG, and like some of them, at least for me, they didn't look too good. Like it seemed more like maybe the video game looks better with some of the CG that they chose for some of the like weird walking nurse creatures with the chests opening to them. I don't know. It just looked too fake, so I didn't feel the danger there. And I don't know, the story, it just wasn't really hitting those notes that I'm not feeling like down in the dumps where I should be with this character and like what he's working his way through, because all these games they're working through their like emotions and
they're all trauma.
Yeah,
a lot of trauma.
It's all trauma.
And they just missed the mark with the trauma. Like it just was not there. I mean, unless some went over my like Dan knew more about it because he just like recently went through the plot of the game, and I was like, oh, okay. And he was explaining to me about it, and it was just like, oh yeah, no, they completely missed or dropped the ball with that. Like, I hear it's supposed to be even darker, and then what we got was not that at all. It was very light in tone.
Yeah, it definitely they really. I give them credit, like Chad said. I give them credit for swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
It definitely. There's a lot of moments where watching this film, I'm like, what are they trying to do with it? They're trying to take the game and put it on screen. So there was this a good example of this is there's a moment where the entire backstory of this is that his wife has been dying of cancer, and the trauma is of him losing his wife and not being there for her as much as he felt he should have been as she's dying of cancer on her deathbed, literally her deathbed.
Yeah.
So he falls towards the end of the film. He falls into like this room that's like covered in blood, and there's a literal mattress with like these like creatures, like it's a mattress creature like coming at him, and they never really explain that.
The deathbed.
Yeah, and he just
but they eats people.
Right, exactly. And then he just kind of like falls through another thing, and there's all these different metaphors of these like twisted, like human-like kind of creatures, where it's just supposed to be an explanation of what he was feeling. So yeah, then we see that his wife is towards the end of the film. We see his wife is dying on her deathbed. So it's like, but again, they never explain anything. It's like I guess that mattress creature was supposed to be her deathbed,
like his guilt about
her something. I guess, yeah.
Right. Well, because
so
we also see her as like this weird moth angel type of
like it's a resurrection kind of thing. I suppose.
Yeah.
Who knows? But like, so they definitely tried, and we know Silent Hill how weird it is because like the nurse, the walker, the nurses are supposed to be, again, it's supposed to be a representation of the hospital that the characters' loved ones are spending time.
Yeah.
So, and we did see some nurses in this. But so they definitely tried to do
Pyramid
a lot
Head,
of.
they made.
Yeah, Pyramid Head was in it, although Pyramid Head was not as imposing.
Sauce.
Yeah, it wasn't. And he fights a different creature at some point. It was weird. And he has a flashlight on him like he does in the game.
Yeah.
But he never turns, like in the game, if you turn it off, it's hard for them to see you. But he's got it on the whole time. It's like Pyramid Head. He hides in like the closet. You know those closet doors that have like the slats on them. And like he has his light on the whole time, and like Pyramid like goes in there. It's like, turn the fucking light off, idiot. And then Pyramid goes in there, but then this other creature jumps him and they fight. And it was. I give him credit for at least trying something different and trying something weird. Like the Silent Hill games are weird. It kind of fell flat on its face because it's like Dan said and Chad pointed out, it's supposed to be a representation of trauma that these characters are going through, but then they don't really show that as well. There's another character in there, and I didn't play the latest Silent Hill 2 game, but I did watch most of the walkthrough just because I was interested in it. There's a character in there who's she's another human, and she's also trapped in her own kind of trauma, and it's supposed to be that she's been sexually assaulted as a child, and now she's trapped in Silent Hill because it's a representation of what she's feeling, all the anger and the pain that she's going through. But then they just kind of don't explain that at all with this character. We just see her, she's on a bed and she's like sucked through the bed with like Nightmare on Elm Street type. It was just like these hands come up through the bed and drag her down.
His wife in the game and in this movie, she's playing like 3 different characters. Like they're all a part of her past and trauma and and stuff. And like that was one version of her.
Right.
And there was more of a one that he wanted his wife to look like, very sexual, very or very attractive. And then there's the dying version of her and whatnot. But like the thing is, if you're not familiar, like I felt leaving that movie, if I had no context of Silent Hill games, I'd be like, I don't know what happened in this movie. I don't get it. And like they changed the ending too of the movie, so it's not the same as the game apparently, and like it's more of a happy ending. And I was like, well, I don't think anything was really learned, because like there was a moment at the end. I was like, oh, okay, so they're kind of just giving a restart, and he's gonna let her go, and then be on her own. And that doesn't happen. He just the suitcase falls apart, and he's like, "Go get in my car," and she misses the bus again. And I'm like, because she was going to leave Silent Hill.
Yeah. So it starts that he is on this mountain road, and he runs over this lady's luggage. Yeah. And she, instead of, she misses her bus, even though I don't know why. It's just
she's like, oh, the bus couldn't wait for her to put the luggage back together.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's like, just go, and the bus takes off. It's like, wait a minute.
That easily.
Everybody in theater was like, what? I was like, I could see everybody in theater looking at each other. But anyhow,
weird choice.
then he's like, well, I can give you a ride, and then she's like, well, it's Silent Hill, and then that's when he ends up moving to Silent Hill with her,
right?
And like becomes part of her friends group, and then that's when there's a whole, the whole breakdown.
They were alluding to a cult thing, and they never touched. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Right, and apparently the cult is part of the game, but it's not as big of a role as it is in the movie. And then and then there's like Chad said, there's we go back to that same part where they met, and I thought instead of her of him because he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Instead of him saying, well, I can give you a ride, he's just going to help her get on the bus and then let her go, and then they'll never have the relationship, and then then she'll be free of Silent Hill.
Yeah. Right.
But he just does the exact same thing. Kind of. I was like, what was the point of this?
Endless loop.
Well, I mean, maybe in his decision, he's just never going to leave her side because in the flashback, you do see when she got sick, he left because he couldn't deal with taking care of her. So I can assume that's how they were going to do it. But I was like, it would have been more interesting if he just let her go. And
right.
That makes sense.
Just let her live her life without him. But no, they don't. So I see what they were trying to do. I think that it wasn't great, and we all talked about this after the film, and it was like, it seems like this would probably be better as a miniseries, because you can go into more detail of what's going on with these characters and Silent Hill itself, and the cult was kind of there, and then it kind of wasn't. So I don't know. It seems like it could be better as a miniseries.
If after comparing that to the previous two films that they made of Silent Hill, I like the first two a little bit better. They actually got into. They hit those notes that needed to be for story wise. So I just think maybe they were. I don't know if there was more to the film and they had to cut a lot out, because I could see that happening. Well, this takes too much time to explain this.
Right.
Maybe we got to make it only an hour. It's a video game movie. We can't make it too long or something. But I don't know. There is a big fandom for Silent Hill, so I'm just. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm just at this point. I feel it's diminishing returns. So it just seems like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the Silent Hill F was one of their recent games that came out at the end of last year, and then they have a new one coming too. So it's just you still are making the games. I would assume the studio work Konami, working with if they at all worked with the production company working on the movie, that they'd have more input to hey, you should do. I just
think at this point it's I know that if you go to a con or something, you'll see a pyramid head, you'll see a nurse, those, and they're
those are the iconic.
Exactly. So they always seem to end up in the movies.
Because Silent Hill 2, the original, is the most or favorite of the series. So I could see that, and they make appearances again in other things down the line, but it's just
so it's an IP that everyone knows.
Yeah,
right.
But I think you're better off not copying a story of one of the games. You'd make your own, because it's easy. You just pick whatever trauma that you want to talk about, and then you put it in the Silent Hill city, and then have them work through that. But I guess I don't know.
It's that weird thing with video game adaptations, though. It's with was it After Midnight After Dark? It was a movie that just came out last year that it was a prequel to the game.
Of which game?
Oh, now I'm blanking. Never mind.
Okay.
But it was a prequel, and everyone was complaining because it wasn't the game.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna think of right now, but I think I know what you're talking about though.
But is there a horror game, video game that you think would make for a good movie?
I would say Alan Wake.
I was gonna say Alan Wake.
Alan Wake is
probably
because also the sequel. It was made. They kind of went meta with it, kind of breaking the fourth wall of it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Kind of in his mind, so. I think there's so many possibilities with that. Plus, if Twin Peaks kind of gives that vibe of Alan Wake, so I think that's able to be.
You could do kind of a True Detective kind of vibe with it too. Yeah.
But I mean sadly, we haven't had the best Resident Evil luck, but I think those
at all.
I'm
plenty
excited.
Potential.
There's one coming out this year. And it's it's the same director who did Weapons and Barbarian. So I'm just I've hope that it's going to be different and good. Yeah. There was someone did a little fan film that just came out recently. which was really good. Like it was like a little 5-minute
really?
Resident Evil story with just this a mom and a little girl trying to survive.
Oh,
in
that's
Raccoon City.
them promoting the game coming out. The new game.
That was for the game.
Yeah, that's for the.
That looks so great.
Yeah, I was like, the people who make the game, they should just make the movie. But they have made an animated movie, as well. I don't know if it's as kind of like dramatic as that, but obviously, I would love to see a good Doom movie. Not
what are you talking about? Carl Urban and already.
I mean,
peaked.
that one sequence.
That
one sequence was great, where it went first person and he's mowing all them down. But like with the recent games that they've done of this trilogy, although I would get rid of Dark Ages, that wasn't too great. That was a little weird.
Yeah.
But Doom and Doom Eternal, those were awesome. And then you bring that composer back to bring in the metal, music. Oh man, it was so cool. So I really think, and you don't have to take off the person's mask, like the
helmet.
I forget the Slayer.
Yeah.
That's what they just call him. He's like part of this ritual. They bring him back every now and then to save humanity and just slaughter demons. So I think you could put in a story through there where he's like interacting with scientists and terminals and things like that. So it's like, I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be a shorter movie. Like it doesn't have to be too long, but I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like they don't all have to be terribly scary.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, definitely.
I also like The Quarry.
Quarry,
Until Dawn. Did you guys like it? I forget.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
Because there are those story kind of horror games that have been coming out that have potential as well. And so it's just like and also like Call of Cthulhu and Eternal Darkness would be some good ones too.
Call of Cthulhu.
And then with Alone in the Dark, maybe a retry on that because that wasn't good with Christian Slater. It was
back when they were just trying to make them dirt cheap. And,
But there's lots of ones to pull from. So out there
for sure.
Yeah, even some indie ones. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Well, then now's the time.
Like the Little Nightmare games, those would be cool.
Those would be cool. Yeah, those would be good. I mean, it's Silent Hill. I can't necessarily recommend it, but at least they tried something different.
Never give it 2 stars.
Yeah, 5. Whenever they try something different, I give some credit. So but anyway, the other thing that we also saw that I think a lot of people watched is Wonder Man.
Yeah.
What have you guys? Everybody seen it?
Nope.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh man.
Do you care if we spoil it? It's not. There's nothing. There's no. Spoilers.
I mean,
there's really no spoilers, but
no, it's fine. I mean,
aside that Doom makes an appearance in it, but that's it.
Oh what? Oh shit! Damn it, dude. No, I mean like Marvel stuff. I don't mind because it's I'm on a on and off good relationship with Marvel.
Yeah. Well, this is really. I mean, this is for me anyway. I don't know about you guys thinking, but for me, it's a real gem. And
that's what I hear from everybody.
It's very standalone. Like it doesn't really interfere with anything in the Marvel continuity. It's just like here's a slice of life in this MCU world, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, just it's so incredibly done, and the acting's really well done, and it's not what you think of like in terms of like a Marvel TV show. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really deal with heroics. In fact, it deals with someone hiding their powers, their heroism.
X-Men.
Yeah, it is kind of X-Men.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And in fact, you could say this could lead into more of that. It could, lead more into that world of people with powers getting segregated.
Mm-hmm. True.
And you could lead into like, oh yeah, this is how the X-Men end up being feared and hated.
Yeah.
So I thought, I mean, got some incredible actors in this, some great performances, and I just thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to give down like the synopsis?
Sure.
With this?
Yeah. You've got
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Thank you. I almost forgot his name. Jesus.
Call him Wonder Man.
Yeah. Playing Simon Williams, who's an actor, down on his luck kind of actor in L.A. He's going out on auditions. You start the show with him booking a small role on I think it's like The Rookie, or no, what's the show that he gets booked on?
American Horror Story.
Yes, that's right, American Horror Stories. Mm-hmm. It's like a one line, like he's supposed to go in and just be like, "Oh, how's that, Professor?" and then like supposed to die.
Yeah.
But he overcomplicates everything. Where you see him like looking at his sides, his script, and he's got countless notes on there.
Yeah.
He goes and meets up with the director. He knows everything the director has done. He knows the co-stars back. Like, oh my God, you're really good in this one episode of this thing you did. He comes with this whole backstory for his character of like, I think my professor knows her, right? So like, wouldn't he be like jealous of this and like keeps pushing and pushing, where finally the director's like, yeah, I think you're right. Let's bring the writer in. And then the writer comes in and the producers are there just like, we're supposed to shoot like 4 pages today. We haven't done anything.
Yeah. He creates a backstory for every single one of his characters.
Yeah.
The fears and the loves and the wants that they have. And it's just like, and yeah, he's a very small role.
And it's just, you see the producers like, I think we're done with you today. Thank you. Like he just gets fired.
Yeah.
And because he's just so passionate about it. And, and so he goes home and his girlfriend is leaving him. So as he shows up, like she's leaving with all her stuff, and she's basically like, "You're never open to me. You're never, you don't ever tell me anything about yourself." Basically, like he's always got a wall up, and and then it's kind of implied that like he's he plays everything close to the vest. He doesn't let his feelings out. And he's like, no, things are good between us. And you find out like she's an actress too, and she does like all his like audition tapes with him. Like she's like a good scene partner.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's more to their relationship than that.
It didn't seem like it, yeah. And it's also, he doesn't, like you said, he doesn't really open up to her about who he is. And he's very self-guarded because he's guarded because he has power, so he doesn't want anybody to realize the kind of powers that he has.
Yeah. And then he goes to a screening of Midnight Cowboy at I think, what is it, the New Beverly or something?
I think it looked like the New Bev, yeah.
And just so happens there's Terry Slattery, the Mandarin, is there watching the movie too.
The faux Mandarin.
Played by the timeless Ben Kingsley.
Yes. And they're just both kind of like pinging off each other about the movie and how amazing Midnight Cowboy is. And Terry Slattery is there. He's on his phone and gets a call about an audition for the Wonder Man movie. Now, Wonder Man was kind of like the Adam West Batman series. It's like in the MCU, Wonder Man was a TV show or a movie set in the late 70s, early 80s that Simon Williams watched a lot with his dad.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I got to get this audition. So he reaches out to his agent, and she's like, oh, you know what? We don't think you're right for it, all this. And like, so he like pretends to be his agent, calls up the audition place and finds out where they're doing the audition and decides to go and just audition for the part. When he gets into the audition, there's like a sign-up call sheet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And one of the stipulations is it's like an NDA, so like, you can't talk about it. And also, if you have powers, you're not allowed to apply for the job, basically. So Hollywood has said...
Called the Doorman Clause.
Yes, because this one guy, Doorman, which you later find out in a later episode, people with powers are not allowed to be performers in Hollywood. And so he is holding his power. He's basically, it kind of is a, kind of looks like McCarthyism in a way in some parts of the show. Like it's about repressing who you are.
Yeah.
And, Terry Slattery sees him at this audition. And he's like, let me see your sides and stuff. And he shows him and he's just like, got, marked up everything, He's like, what is all this? You're just overthinking it. And he's like, when you go in the audition, give out like 3 big breaths so that you have no air in your body and your brain will go into like fight or flight kind of mode. And that's when you do the audition. And that's when as raw as you can be. And he kills it in the audition. And then he's just like, oh my God. Like he's just like, now he's like, I got to work with Slattery, You then find out Slattery is actually a mole. Like he's been put there by the Department of Damage Control because they know Simon has powers.
And Damage Control is the one with Michael Keaton's group. Or is that a different group?
It's a different group. It's the one my team was like fighting against.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
So it's like the government group that is in there to take care of when superheroes wreck stuff.
Yeah.
And they're kind of losing funding right now because their whole thing is like, we have this giant prison that Abomination was in.
Yeah.
But they have like, we built this giant multi-million-dollar prison, and we've got like 5 guys in there. And he's like, we need to fill it up more, basically, to keep the funding running. So like the Simon Williams guy, he seems to be an issue. Let's get someone in close with him, and then we could probably get some evidence to take him down.
Yeah.
So it's very shady. Way of doing things. So Terry Slattery goes in and is able to kind of charm his way, and he's doing this to get pardoned because he's just like, they're like, look, you escaped from prison, and it was like, well, was it me? He was like, during the Shang-Chi movie kind of deal. He was like, oh, another dimension. And you really get, like, you hear his story of it all, of just like, all he wanted to do was be an actor. All he wanted to do was make it big in Hollywood, and the craft is very important to him. But he just like became, drug fueled for a few years, and that's when he took the Mandarin job. And there's some great cameos in there.
Yeah.
Joey Pantalone's in this as himself. And he's kind of like Terry Slattery's rival.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's really well done. And then they do the 4th episode is completely black and white, and it explains the doorman situation and how this guy was a actual like bouncer at a bar, and like Josh Gad was coming in through there playing himself kind of thing, and there he gets powers to basically become like a giant teleporter. Basically, anyone can walk through him and go anywhere. Yeah. And so there's a fire in the bar, and he gets everyone out. He's genuinely heroic, and he gets everyone out. And Josh Gad's like, you're gonna be my new assistant. You're coming with me to Hollywood. And in doing so, he gets kind of like Entourage. He becomes like part of Josh Gad's crew, and then people start recognizing him, and then they're like, well, you should be a star kind of thing. Like, we're gonna put you in movies. And he starts like his slogan, his catchphrase is like, ding dong, doorman's here.
Yeah.
And then like, the fame gets to him where he's like going through Twitter and stuff and just seeing like people like, okay, ding dong's kind of done, right? Yeah. And
he's also spending a lot of money.
He's getting very drunk all the time,
buying everybody drinks,
and they do like Josh Gad's got a heist movie coming up, and they're like, we need some way to, how do we open the safe this? We've done it a million times with going this way. And he's like, I got a guy. So they bring doorman in to basically open the safe, and they're filming the sequel, and he's a little drunk, and Josh Gad decides to go through him, and he kind of loses Josh Gad. Like, he doesn't know where he is.
He's just in this void somewhere. Yeah.
That's great.
So that's why Hollywood puts the ban on heroes and people with powers. It's really good. It's a good bottle episode of itself. But, just the show is wonderful, and Yaya and Ben Kingsley's chemistry is so good.
So good.
Yeah. It's so really good. It's this beautiful, like, mentor-mentee, father-son kind of relationship, and Ben Kingsley, is playing it so well where he's got he's trying not to be a traitor to Simon, but at the same time he's trying to save his own ass.
Yeah, well, he starts off just like, oh yeah, I'll get you information on this guy, big deal, and then he starts to like him.
Yeah, he starts realizing his potential.
Yeah, well, at one point he's like, because Joe Pantoliano is his rival. And Simon Williams is like, man, fuck you, Joe Pantoliano. You're not a good guy. And they take off. And so the Mandarin, is Ben Kingsley's Trevor is like, thank you very much for taking my side on that.
And he like meets his family and everything.
Yeah, he goes to his, because the agency of damage control asks him, you got to go to his mother's birthday and get information. And so it's like, they're Haitian. They're French Haitian, so they have a bunch of food and all the family's there, and he's having a great time, and that's when we see his brother. We see Simon Williams' brother, who was just like a much more successful person in terms of
Well, he's like a tax attorney.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
He's like got a regular job.
Yeah, he's like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're still doing that acting thing?
Yeah.
It's because he hasn't been very successful in his acting career, and so he kind of eggs him on, and that's when he loses his powers at one point because he's also paid for his mother's house to be completely renovated.
Yeah, the brother has.
Yeah, the brother has, and he's like, yeah. So how are you contributing to this family? You're not contributing. Like basically, you're not taking care of our mother. I am.
Yeah.
And that's when we see Simon Williams. He gets so angry because he's his brother's talking shit to him that he has there's this island in the kitchen that he just like breaks with his powers.
I love how they show his powers too.
Yeah.
It's this kind of like
energy.
it's almost like energy, like waves coming off him kind of thing. And I mean it's so well done.
Really well done, man. Yeah. And also it just and Abdul Mateen is a great actor.
Oh my god! Yeah.
And so he's able to. So a lot of it, I've heard of this because I know actors, so I've heard a lot of what they have to go through, the auditions, and also how they have to get in the mindset of the character. And so you said he overthinks it, and so at one point he's auditioning for Wonder Man, and he goes to the director's house who's looking to cast, and there's a couple people there who are looking to cast Wonder Man, and Wonder Man's kind of mentor in the Wonder Man film. So there's a young guy and an older guy.
Yeah.
And so Ben Kingsley's obviously going for the older guy. And he has them pair up and just say, oh, this is the scene I want you to you're his girlfriend and he cheated on you. How do you go? And just use the whole house however you want.
Yeah.
And so at one point Simon is, when he likes to, like we were saying earlier, he likes to get into the mindset of these characters, even though it's a waiter in the background. What left hand would my waiter be, left-handed or right-handed?
Yeah.
What kind of emotional trauma has he had that has caused him to become a waiter?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So it's just because at one point when he's on the set of American Horror Story, he's playing a professor and he's like, yeah. So it's like, maybe he has a book on the Aztecs written by Byron Williams, but
he's a very specific.
But Byron Williams
book.
wouldn't have that book. He'd probably have the Aztec book by Sherman. And the director's like, oh yeah, okay, And I love how they bring in the writer, and the writer's like, yeah, you're right. Oh my god, the writer's like totally into it. The director and the producer's like, get the fuck out.
It's all in the subtext. I can tell.
And the writer's like, yeah, you're right. Oh my god, I never thought about that. It's so good. But everybody else is like, fuck this.
But everyone's like, we're just burning money right now.
Yeah.
So they're auditioning for, and because Simon isn't able to prepare, he just does a scene from Pretty Woman. Yeah. And the director immediately catches on. Is like, oh, you just pointed at me. That's just Pretty Woman. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So and then he tries it again, and he nails a role and he gets it. So and then Ben Kingsley gets the other role. So now they're working on the set together, and he loses it again because there's a like a Vanity Fair.
He gets frustrated with a
reporter.
Yeah,
there's a reporter who's just doing a piece on them, just writing, but they all know her as being like a hit piece. She's like, she talks shit to him basically, and how they are not able to concentrate around her, and she does it because
she's notorious for like breaking down.
Right,
people.
Exactly. So
she says something shitty about Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't you Joseph Gordon-Levitt at me?
Yeah. And so she. He finds out that Ben Kingsley has been working for the government, and he goes into the soundstage of where they're filming Wonder Man, and he just explodes the entire soundstage, just destroyed.
Blows it up,
just destroys it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's also a good film about a good TV show about not being able to control your emotions that well. And how Ben Kingsley's character helps him with that.
Well, I mean, and like it's funny that they're watching Midnight Cowboy because it's kind of the same kind of story of this kind of weird coupling, and the mentor-mentee aspect of it.
Exactly.
So, it's really, God, so well done, and so many layers to it. I was loving every second of it.
Yeah, it was great. It was well done.
They just dumped it. They just dumped all 8 episodes in the middle of February. I was like, this is weird, and no real promotion.
Nothing. I didn't hear I saw a trailer of it maybe like a month before, and that was it. And I was like, that looks different.
From what I read, they almost didn't even release it. They were going to get rid of it for tax credit.
Really?
And it's one of the highest rated things. Like the Rotten Tomato score is like 91%.
I guarantee you, the only thing that saved it from that happening was Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley, like, we can't do that to Ben Kingsley, and then Ben Kingsley be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, and I guarantee you that's the only thing that saved it. Yeah. But I mean, I've seen Abdul Mateen and some other stuff, but I really hope that he comes out with more stuff. Holy shit!
Yeah,
man.
his career is fantastic.
Yeah,
I remember watching him on the Get Down many years ago, and he was phenomenal in that. And then just seeing him as like Black Manta, and also Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen series. Like, I just Candyman. He's great.
Candyman, that's right.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
So.
He was in he was in an episode of Black Mirror, which is also good. The Striking Vipers one.
Yeah.
So well done, man. So well done. Yeah. He's. I really hope he gets more stuff because he's amazing.
Fun.
And to be able to stand up to in terms of acting to Ben Kingsley. Yeah,
they go toe to toe.
It's so well done, man. It's so well done, and it kind of reminded me of 28 years later.
Yeah.
With the two with Ralph Fiennes and the guy who played
Samson.
who were able to, Jimmy, what's his name? You know what I mean? Like, he was in Sinners.
Yeah.
It's like he's able to stand up next to Ralph Fiennes. It's like holy shit, in terms of acting, it's really well done, man. Yeah, I really enjoyed this show and. Yeah, and I was interested in watching it, but then everybody was like, "Yo, you gotta watch! Oh my God, Wonder Man is amazing!" Yeah. So I was like, "Okay, I gotta check it out now," because everybody's saying great things about it. So, yeah, really well done. Are you gonna watch it, Chad?
Yeah, no, it's been on. It's on the docket.
Nice.
It's on the docket. I was like, since it's not really connected to anything, I was like, the time limit is...
I don't think there's no
rush.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about watching this before watching another MCU movie or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And also the fact that you guys mentioned, or there's been multiple mentions of Baby's Day Out, one of my favorite movies. I was like, I gotta see it now.
Yeah,
like,
it's so good.
So
they love it. You gotta check because they talk about it.
It's very inside baseball, a lot of the show, and I mean, there's even a bit where they're talking about like craft services and like, they're always getting more in farms. And I was like, oh my God,
and
it's hilarious.
I like those types of shows, but it's just so funny that this is out, and then they previously had the Seth Rogen show where he's the studio. The studio.
Yeah.
So it's very in tongue in cheek with the production side.
Yeah,
of things,
I mean, like I know the studio was getting a lot of like award love.
Yeah,
and I feel like this would have probably, if the studio didn't come out, this would,
because obviously this one covers more on the acting side of it.
Yeah,
and then the Seth Rogen's more on the production of the show.
Absolutely.
So that's interesting that they both hit that at the same time. So I was just like, that's cool. Or at least one after the other.
Yeah. And there's a great sacrifice that Ben Kingsley, Trevor Slater, he does for Simon Williams at the end. Basically, like outs himself as like this explosion that happened on the studio set. He's like, yeah, it was me. I was the Mandarin. And so he takes the blame for it. Yeah. And so he goes to prison and saves Simon Williams because of it. So
he keeps his secret.
And then there's a great scene of Simon using his powers at the end. So break Ben Kingsley out basically. So
that's what I was just guessing in my head. I was like, oh, he's probably going to save him in second season or something.
Yeah. I mean, who knows if we'll get a second season, but I
hope so.
I would watch the whole series of these two guys.
Yeah, and it's it's an easy watch. It's 8 episodes. Yeah. I think I watched it for like 4 and 4 over the course of 2 days.
I think I did that too. Yeah, I think watched it over 3 days, something like that.
Yeah, because they're not long episodes. They're like 40 minutes.
Another thing that really surprised me, because it's definitely another weird film, but I love weird films, is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
This gem.
It's been a great day.
What a gem.
You watched it, right?
I watched it last night. I had to drive pretty far to find it.
Really?
It's not playing in North Hollywood.
Oh, I watched it in Burbank. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I went to the Regal in Alhambra.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because I was getting out of work at 9, so I had to find some place. I was at 10 o'clock. Anyway, but man, it's one of those films. It's funny because my wife asked me like, so how was the movie? And I was like, wonderful. And I just said, Sam Rockwell, you got Michael Pena, you got Zazie Beetz, you got, and she was even like, you don't have to tell me anything else. Just mention those names. I'm interested in seeing that film. Yeah. Because what a great cast.
Awesome cast.
It's Gore Verbinski as the director who, is famous, did all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Well, most of them. Did the first 3. He's got a very bizarre worldview, and this definitely plays in that. wonderful, very, very kooky, weird movie. Lots of interesting ideas.
Since he was the director of Pirates of the Caribbean, was Sam Rockwell very Jack Sparrowish?
Yeah, he's
somewhat.
I'd say so. Like his movements, especially at the beginning of the movie, where he, let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. So we show up. His character shows up at a Norm's Diner in L.A. At like 10 o'clock at night. I think something like that.
10:10 p.m.
Yeah, and rushes in wearing this crazy getup. And says, "I'm from the future. It's a world where AI has gone rampant, and the survival of the human race is based on everyone that's here in this diner." And he points out that he has done this. He's attempted to save the world 100-something times with different combinations.
117th attempt.
117th attempt with different combinations of people from this diner. He's like, somehow there's the perfect ratio of I'll get the perfect amount of people, the perfect people, and we can save the world.
There's like 40-ish people in this diner, but he only needs 6 people.
Yeah, he's 6, and he's like, I gotta do.
Never explain what it is about this Norms or why it's 6, but it's
There's a lot of unanswered stuff. Yeah, there's the one thing about the movie. I'm like, there's a lot of like plot hole stuff.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's a fun enough ride where you kind of just shake that off.
Yeah,
but So he goes around what seems to be at random to pick people out. There's like a couple of guys that like immediately stand up to join him. He's like, no, not you.
Not you. Yeah.
You've joined Gary? You've joined like 9 times.
You're alive. You got a bad knee.
You have a bad knee. Yeah. Just get a hint. You die within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
It's very Groundhog Day because he knows them all very intimately.
Yeah.
Because again, he has
like a relationship with one of the women.
Yeah, with one of the women. Like, you betrayed me every single time, but sometimes I just feel like saying, "Let's do it again." And he just knows because he's tried all these multiple combinations of all these like 40 some odd people in this diner, and they've all died at some point with him. Yeah. Basically, on this mission.
Yeah, and he has like we'd say a time travel vest on. Yeah. So, if things starts going to shit, he just kind of hits a button and resets, But you see like, the cops are coming because they think it's a bomb vest. So cops are on their way, and he's like, okay, we can go out the front way, we'll all die, get shot up. We can go in the back way, we're going to get shot that way.
Yeah.
And the few of the people he picked, he's like, I've never picked these people before. He's like, it's a weird night. I kind of feel weird about it, but let's do it. So he picks like Juno Temple, who is there, and a girl dressed as a princess.
Yeah. Haley Lou Richardson.
Ingrid.
Haley,
yeah, she's so good.
Yeah.
And then it turns out to be at least the combination he thinks is gonna, save the day.
Gets him the furthest it's ever.
Yeah. So you see an intercut between this kind of attempt to stop AI. You look back at their lives in the past few weeks and how they got to that point, and that's where things get a little weird and wacky. Because
so this movie's really a combination of like Black Mirror, 12 Monkeys, The Twilight Zone. Because I was definitely thinking more because 12 Monkeys for sure because it's the way he's dressed, the time travel aspect of it, the twist that we see at the end, but also Black Mirror, which for someone who doesn't know, Black Mirror is the Twilight Zone, but it's all based on technology.
Yeah, there's
like
definitely
horror elements, but
it was like
coming
3
from
Twilight, 3 Black Mirror episodes kind of
combined. If somebody had said the people who make Black Mirror made this movie, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it's AI has pretty much not taken over the world necessarily, but has like conquered people's minds. Yeah. Because all they do now is they're online, they're in the virtual world. They really don't do anything else aside from that.
They're constantly just looking at their phone.
Constantly on their phones. And there's
the Riddler from Batman Forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. There's we see in every single one of the main characters, we see that technology has upended their lives in some form or the other.
Yeah.
With Michael Pena and Zazie Beetz, they're in a relationship, but they're both teachers at a school.
High school teachers.
Yeah, and they end up the all the students that they're at their school are been taken over by their phones, literally.
Yeah.
There's a all they do is stay on their phones. They don't really interact with each other. They don't interact with the staff. They don't really learn. They're just on their phones constantly. And Michael Pena touches one of the phones and turns all the students against them. So now they're like zombies being controlled by their phones that are after Michael Pena and Zazie Beetz, who end up in the norms at the end of the night.
A little like the finale of Naked Gun. Where did you guys not see?
I did not see
it. Oh, you
it.
didn't? Oh, it was part of the plot of the bad guy of the movie where they all go crazy, but he's able to direct them at a person if he needs it to.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to kill the Queen of England at a baseball game?
No, he sadly wanted to end the world so all the elites can be in a cave and survive.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of same. Sure. Then we see Juno Temple, who, again, this movie is very weird.
This section
is
like
strange.
Threw me off.
The greatest thing, so Zazie Beetz and Michael Pena in their school. Michael Pena's substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Working at his girlfriend's, I guess, girlfriend, whatever she was, school. And there's a moment where they get an alarm at the school and like, oh, what's going on? It's like, oh, school shooting.
Yeah, another school shooting. Yeah.
And then they're like in a bunker, just sitting there until it's all cleared. Then we see Juno Temple shows up at her. I don't think it was the same school. I don't think it was.
No, I don't think it was.
It was a different. She shows up at a school that there was just school shooting. Her son is at. Her son is killed in the school shooting. And as she's grieving, looks like she was waiting to talk to the school.
Yeah.
Some mothers come in or straight from you okay?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm listening.
Because your lips are like.
Oh, I'm just.
I thought you were having a stroke.
Stroking out.
Yeah. She shows up at the school, and these moms that are straight are like Stepford wives.
Yeah,
show up and they're like, "Oh my God, is this your first one? Is this your first shooting?
Your first shooting?
Oh, it's okay. And they give her a card. I call this place and they'll take care of you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So she shows up to this company and it's a cloning company.
Yeah.
That clones students who have been shot in school shootings.
Yeah, they're like, government subsidizes it. Don't worry about it.
She's always like, it's very expensive, but the good news is that your son was shot at a public school, which means the government picks up the majority of it. Yeah, and we will knock off some more prices if you pick the ads package.
Yeah.
And she's like, the ads package? Yeah, once a day, your son, in his normal voice, will just throw out a random ad that you're interested in anyway. And she's like,
I do that all the time.
It's so messed up.
Yeah. So she picks up her son, and it's him, but he keeps saying like, oh, can we go pick up some berry fruit iced tea? It's low calories and all this. So
I must go do sports now.
Yeah. The guy who's like, he's like helping her put together her son's like profile. It's like helping to put together like an iPhone or something like that.
Oh
like,
man, yeah, it looked like the Genius Bar or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, so was your son goofy? Was he clumsy?
Can you just pick one word to describe your
describe
kid.
his characteristic traits. It was
she goes to a survivors, like there's a
barbecue.
Group of survivors barbecue, and there's like this couple. This is the part that made me crack
that shit
up.
Was insane.
Couple who've like, oh yeah, this is our fourth time, and she's like, oh my God, you've lost like 4 kids. No, he's like, no, same kid, 4 shootings.
Yeah, 4 separate shootings.
And this time we just got wacky with it. We made him extra tall. Yeah. She's a Muslim.
Like she's a little racist.
Yeah, a little racist. Oh my God, it was. And just that couple made me, and like their laugh crying.
It was so good, yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, it hurt.
But then she meets his parent there. It's like, yeah, these clones they look like, but they're not. But here's another company that will give you a hard drive. You can actually talk to your kid, and it's your kid. It's right. Basically it's AI.
This reminds me very much of a Black Mirror episode.
Her whole deal was Black Mirror. Yeah, because Black Mirror did that. Where remember she had a boyfriend or husband who died,
and they put him in a robot.
And it was a clone. Yeah, and he was completely weird. Yeah. So then she starts talking to her son through basically a hard drive. And she says, you're going to have to go with the man who shows up at the restaurant tonight. Mm-hmm. And that's when we get her story. That's why she decides to go.
Right.
Then we see Haley Lou Richardson, who is allergic to electronics and Wi-Fi, she says.
Yeah.
So she basically can't go out.
She gets like a nosebleed.
She gets nosebleed if she's exposed to electronics or Wi-Fi.
And she dresses up as a princess for kids parties.
Yeah.
Because she's like, kids don't use a lot of technology.
Yeah.
And slowly you see that change as the more parties she goes to, the more kids at the end of the table are playing with games now, you know. And she has a boyfriend who also does not like technology.
She meets at one of the parties.
Yeah, he's like
he uses a Thomas guy to get around. Yeah.
And then he like gets gifted a VR headset. And he's like, oh, I'm just going to try it, you know, while you're at work. And so she leaves and comes back, and he's still like hooked into it. And you know, like he like comes out of it going like, oh my god, it's a better reality there, you know, like like why are we succumbing to this? And she's like, what do you mean, like life, you know?
Yeah.
And so he like decides to leave and become like a pod person to go live in this virtual world. So it's very interesting, like how all these lives kind of come together, and then you get, you know, Sam Rockwell's character tell you like his story, like coming from the future of this dystopic era of like you know, like just everyone is just hooked in, and you know, he was saved basically by his mom, who took him off grid, but then he was like tempted by technology, and then in doing like checking out technology, they find, you know, a drone finds him and kills his mom. And so he's like, I got to go back in time and fix all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the mission is to get to a 9-year-old kid,
right,
who's about to create this AI technology that takes over the world, basically Skynet.
Yeah.
And
we still get Skynet logo and everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know.
And so he needs these people to be able to help him navigate through all these different dangers. There's 2 assassins that have been hired by the AI to kill him. Right. Basically. They do kill one of the
lady who just wanted pie.
She just wanted pie. She says,
"Poor lady, wanted pie."
She wanted pie, and
there's an Uber driver who he keeps getting like Sam Rockwell's like, "You're not gonna make it, man. You're not gonna be the final 4. You're gonna die the entire way." And the Uber driver's just like, "I'm gonna fucking live."
Yeah.
It's great.
And then they get chased into a house, and I go to the bathroom during this. Why do they arm up? They start.
Oh yeah, they go into the house, and like Sam Rockwell's like, look, no one's ever gone this far, past this before, and we've a million things come our way. Like it could be a sea of rats. It could be once it was like the Navy SEALs. It's like it changes every time. I don't know how to plan for it because every time it's something different. And they kind of make fun of it, like, well, what if it's a centaur? What if it's a bunch of kittens?
This one I came in and she said, what if it's a pug?
Yeah.
One pug or something, yeah.
You know,
he's like, it's not one pug.
It's not a joke. Like, this is, advanced AI, it's able to create whatever it wants.
Right.
And so they like look around the house for whatever weapons they've got. Luckily, Pina and Zazie Beetz have these, like, ray guns that their science teacher in school had made that like disturb, like it's
it breaks your phones.
Yeah, it's a jammer for phones because he doesn't like having kids have phones in class. So they're able to like kind of use it against a lot of the incoming teenagers with phones.
Yeah, they're surrounding him, and then they see a giant cat made of other cats or parts of an animal.
It's a centaur body with a giant cat head with a cat neck that shoots out
sprinkles,
glitter.
Yeah. But it also eats people.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, man. It's a very strange. I was like, what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah. Yeah, you start overthinking about it. That's the thing. It's like you just got to go with it.
But eventually they make it to the AIs, and it's a very strange situation because they're all covered in blood and wearing like hockey gear and all,
Yeah.
So they walk in there, and the parents are like, "Oh yeah, come on in. We're here to see your son."
He's right outside.
And
Chris is downstairs.
Immediately, Sam Rockwell's like, "No, something's not right here. Who's paying you guys?"
Yeah.
And they happen to have a shotgun. And the father kills one of the Uber driver.
Yeah.
And Sam Rockwell blows him away, and she's like, the mother's like, "I'm not being paid enough to be here."
Yeah.
He's downstairs. We've never seen him. It's weird around here. She leaves. They go downstairs, and it's the AI kid who it turns out is a clone. Who the AI had
ordered
bought,
himself,
yeah, and is creating himself. So this kid's sitting on this like pile of like electrical cable and just sitting there, just tapping away, creating this AI.
Just eating cheese puffs.
Yeah, eating cheese puffs. Yeah,
staring at the screen.
So they have they do have one thing that Sam Rockwell has a flash drive
from the future.
From the future, if you insert it, he says AI is inevitable. It's going to happen, but at least the protocols that keep it in check aren't going to be established till 30 years from now. Sounds familiar. Familiar. But at least with these protocols that we installed now, it won't be able to be as all powerful as it is in the future. Mm-hmm. Sounds familiar. So Haley Ingrid she's not able to go in the room because there's so much technology in there that's just kind of
incapacitated.
Right. So Sam Rockwell and Juno Temple go in there to try to insert this thing, but they can't find out exactly what's going on. But the AI has these small toys that are like, it's so weird, you know, it's like that are able to kind of move around on their own, and it's kind of like it's kind of foot soldiers.
Yeah.
And as the technology gets stronger and it nears its completion, the wires, we see it in the trailer, the wires like zipping around, and they have
like a tornado.
Yeah, it's cables. Like a snake of cables.
Yeah.
So Juno Temple and Sam Rockwell are kind of incapacitated. One of the robots stabs Sam Rockwell, and we see Ingrid come in, and she's about to plug in the
USB drive.
We forgot Sam Rockwell has a watch on his wrist that's counting down.
Oh yeah,
and when AI goes live. And it's at 4 seconds, and that's when we see Ingrid about to plug the flash drive into the AI to slow it down, and we have this kind of side scene with the kid and Ingrid. He's kind of telling her, like, well, I don't know what you're trying to stop me. Like, your son will be able to live a little bit of a better world. She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. She's pregnant, as it turns out. And as it turns out, Sam Rockwell is her son. Yeah. Again, very 12 Monkeys from, he's come back from the future, and Terminator.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says, I can give him a better life than this world can ever give him.
Right.
What is it? And she's like, yeah, but it's not real. So she plugs in the AI and everything stops, and it looks great. We go outside, and this is where I was like, okay, looks like they won. And then we see Juno Temple's son come. He's like, hey, Mom, I missed you. I'm like, he's normal. I was like, and he doesn't have the he doesn't have barcode on the back of his neck. I was like, nah, that seems like bullshit. And then Ingrid's baby's daddy, who broke up with her, comes like, I'm so sorry, I was so wrong, I just want to be with you.
Like, how did he know to be
exactly? That's the first thing I was like. I thought she was going to ask him, like, how do you know where I was at?
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell looks around, everything's going well, the sun is setting, which is something that he's always wanted to do, and he's like, no. It's like, sorry, princess. He tells Ingrid, like, I think eventually you'll save the world, but it won't be this time. He clicks the button, and he jumps out.
Yeah.
So as it turns out, AI has created this alternate realities illusion to save itself, but Sam Rockwell was able to see through it. So
yeah,
and then we see him. He walks into the
diner
again one more time. Yep. So I loved it. It was
really well done and really fun. And there's a lot of like fun moments where I was cackling, laughing.
Yeah.
Like Sam Rockwell is amazing to watch in this, and just. Yeah, again, like really good cast, really good direction. I thought everything was really well done in this film.
Yeah, you should check it out, Chad.
I definitely want to. I just didn't get to see it before we were doing the podcast. So.
Yeah. Fun movie. It's again a mixture of Black Mirror, 12 Monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Terminator. Yeah, really fun. And of course, Sam Rockwell is good in everything he's in.
Yeah, it's true. He's just one of those guys, like a good utility player. Like just. Really good.
And I'm so glad that we got like something different, man.
Yeah.
Because every movie's a reboot or a sequel. At least we got an original idea here.
Yeah.
Original screenplay, at least,
Well, I mean, it could have been the Russo brothers. What was the one with Chris Pratt and the...
the Electric State?
Yeah. Could have been that.
At some point, it's like some of the robots, those little robots look like Electric State robots.
Yeah, they had that kind of design element. Yeah, for sure.
You're right. But, they did not do a good job with that. So.
I laughed. I was so loud. I laughed so hard when he punches that 9-year-old in the face.
Yeah, at some point, because the kid's like, he's like plugged in, and so he just punches him and he knocks him out.
And and the kid goes limp and just falls, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I got apocalypse strength." Oh my God, I was dying.
While you guys were describing the whole movie, I felt that it would have been funny if the ending was to stop the AI kid. They recruited like a school shooter to take him out.
Oh my God.
That would have been a darker movie, but I mean, it would have been funny.
It would have fit in the movie, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, the subject matters they deal with, they do in a weird satirical way.
Yeah.
You know, like AI and school shootings and how school shootings are so normal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like the other parents that were there for signing out their kids that had died were just like, oh, the traffic.
Yeah.
All right, they're coming all the way from the other side of town.
Like that was their main concern, the traffic.
And it's like, that's how people treat school shootings now.
Exactly,
Like,
it's so common.
Oh boy, this so happens again. You know.
Yeah.
And so it is an interesting satirical look at
society right now.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
just
threats of AI.
One half
but
step
like
beyond.
in a sense of like if even they couldn't get it through their head that was a kid or like not a real kid,
right?
They was like, I can't kill the kid, and then they bring in it's like, well, I can, and
yeah,
just end that way. But whoa,
oh my
Hey-o.
God,
there's nothing.
Okay,
It's empty.
and you keep slamming it.
Yeah. you tap the table all the time.
Yeah, but not
You are
a
a
huge
table
thump.
tapper.
I am
Famously
a table tapper.
table tapper.
I do
Whatever.
tap my microphone as well too.
That's
Because I
true.
do it a lot.
Don't.
But I don't spill shit.
Try.
But I don't spill shit. But I don't spill shit.
I spilled once, and I do remember the water. I remember the water.
What water?
You spilled the water one time.
Okay, water. Big deal.
Yeah.
Big
Listen
deal.
back to episode 72.
Yeah. Flashback episode.
Yeah.
We usually we jump it in right now.
Yeah.
I click the button that Sam Rockwell has. Fuck you. I really enjoy this film, and again, Sam Rockwell, perfect, great. What a great cast, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm glad I got to see it. So, and I had a great time watching it.
Yeah.
So and then the movie ended, people
what was
started
the
clapping.
actress who played Ingrid again? Haley something?
Haley. Sorry, let me look it up again.
Osment.
Haley Lou Richardson.
Haley Lou Richardson.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she's been.
I don't know what she's done before.
She
but...
was in White Lotus. Second season.
Okay.
I think she's done other stuff too. That
I loved her. I thought she was great in this.
Yeah. White Lotus. I think she's done like it's a more of like smaller stuff.
Yeah.
Ravenswood, ABC, which
very like anime look to her. She had the big old combat boots. And
yeah.
And the princess outfit on. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on with this? Yeah, it was a really good explanation as to why it worked out. But yeah, I had a great time, and I really hope people go see it. It's not doing well. I mean, it's 4.2. The budget was 20 million. Probably most of that went to salary, because it didn't look like an expensive movie. Yeah. But the box office is only 4.2, which I think people just don't understand what it is. So, and I haven't seen a ton of marketing for it either.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like I was more excited because of cast and director more than like the concept of it.
Yeah. Other weird thing was that like the saying "Good luck, have fun, don't die" is something that her boyfriend, Ingrid's boyfriend, they say to it, but he just mentions it like, and then we never hear from it again.
Yeah, that's true. I thought I was going to play at the end as well.
Right, something like that. I thought you went, well, also like right before Haley, or Ingrid hooks up the, I thought she just says, fuck your future. Yeah. I thought she was going to say like, have fun, good luck, have fun. I thought she was going to say something like that.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
No, it didn't. But, whatever. It's fine. It was still a lot of fun. It kind of plays into like the kind of weirdness of the film itself. So
very,
I had a great time with it. And the other thing I want to talk about right before we get into some of these other trailers that we watched, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Have you guys been watching this? His latest HBO show.
I have not.
From the Game of Thrones universe. Really well done. Main characters is Sir Duncan the Tall. This comes from J.R.R. Martin's kind of like novellas that he wrote back in the early 2000s, based off of some of the characters in the Game of Thrones universe. Peter Claffey plays Sir Duncan the Tall, and Prince Aegon is played by an actor named Dexter Soul Ansel, who I think he's 11. And so the really quick backstory of what that novella is about is it takes place about 90 years before the events of Game of Thrones, and we see the story is about Sir Duncan the Tall, who is a hedge knight, who is a knight that's not really well funded or even comes from a good background. He just kind of ends up being knighted by his old I guess his master, and one of the princes of the Targaryens, and it's their adventures together. So far, the show's really well done. I think it's at 5 episodes so far. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. I recommend it. The writing is solid. The music is solid. We have a lot of the houses of the Game of Thrones universe, the Baratheons, the Targaryens are in there, and it's not too much violence, which is incredible. Right now there is a bit of violence right now with the tournament that these characters are involved in, but the entire series so far has been revolving around this tournament, and it's just a really good character study on Duncan the Tall and Prince Aegon and their relationship. He doesn't know, obviously, he's a prince until later on in the series. So well done, man. It's so well acted, very well written. I recommend it to people. Check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's and apparently it's already been renewed for a second season because there's a couple of books of Dunk and Egg, who were on the road for a long time until Aegon actually becomes king of Westeros, and so it's
a buddy cop thing.
It's a buddy cop, exactly. It's more like it even reminds me of Wolf and Cub. And to an extent, The Mandalorian.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so really well done, and not too much of Game of Thrones is usually about these like large political struggles within the warring houses and the controlling families of Westeros, and there's so many different characters. And this is just kind of, they're all at this one tournament that.
I like this. Yeah, I like it more insulated.
It's very insulated.
I
think it's 5 seasons now, and it's all been at this tournament that's being put on by one of the local houses. And Duncan arrives just to try and make his way, and he falls in with Prince Aegon, who follows him. But again, he doesn't. And he's like, "Can I be your squire, please?" And he doesn't have squire. He barely has a shield. Has a sword. That's about it. He has to sell one of his horses to raise money to make armor for himself so he can compete in the tournament. It's so well done. And Peter Claffey is doing such a great job as a sympathetic character, playing Duncan. Again, like I said, it's already been renewed for a second season. I highly recommend it. So well done, and it's also good to see, just because Duncan is supposed to be such a good person in general. It's good just to see a good person who's being kicked down literally, and has come from humble beginnings, just be a good person in this show. He doesn't have any ulterior motives. He's not like you see a lot of the stuff in the Game of Thrones, a lot of characters in Game of Thrones. He's just a guy who's just trying to make his way in life, and he's just a good person in general. So he tries to be tough with his squire, like his knight was with him. But he just can't bring himself to be an asshole like his kind of adopted father was with him. He can't bring himself to be like that with a Dunk, even though he doesn't know he doesn't know he's a prince. He tries to be kind of tough with him. He's like, yeah, you do what you're told, or you'll get a codgel on the ear. And then he kind of apologizes, like, okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have talked to you like that. So it's really well done. I highly recommend it. I'm loving the show so far, and can't wait to see what they do with it. And then finally, this last episode was the actual tournament. In the Game of Thrones universe, if you get in kind of trouble, something is particularly with the law, if someone accuses you of crime, you can take a trial, but you can also do a trial by combat. And if you win, the gods have favored you, which means you're innocent. And in this, he falls into some kind of trouble with one of the Targaryen princes, so the older brother of Aegon, who is accused him of kidnapping Aegon. And Sir Duncan says, no, that's not what happened. So the prince invokes the trial by 7, which is 7 knights against 7 knights, which is very rarely used because it's such a logistical nightmare. And so they all turning up, and we finally got like the first bouts of violence in the fifth episode of the series, and it's brutal. It's just like it's literally knights just slogging it out in the mud, just like most of the fantasy stuff we see. The knights are on their feet and they're parrying, and swords cut through anything. But in this, the armor is like taking the blows, and they're just rolling around the mud. It's completely exhausted, trying to get the upper hand.
More like
exactly fighting. Trying to find their weapons in the mud, and it's so well done. So
nice.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
You got me intrigued.
So
well done.
Do you like this more than Game of Thrones?
Well, no, because they're such different things. It's like comparing.
Or House of the Dragon.
Yeah, it's comparing Andor to the original trilogy.
Let me just rephrase it in this way then. How would you rank the 3 shows?
Definitely, we all have our issues with the way Game of Thrones.
Well, just
ended.
in general, as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I would say obviously the Game of Thrones series.
Okay.
Then I would put this second, and then House of the Dragon third.
Oh wow!
And I really like House. Everybody has oh, it's so bleak and it's such a bore. It is. It does move slowly. It is pretty bleak. There isn't a whole lot of characters in House of the Dragon to root for because everybody's kind of a dick.
An asshole.
Yeah, an asshole, or they have ulterior motives. But that's why I like this show much better because it's he's just a good guy. You know, he tries to be an asshole, but he can't. He's just he doesn't have a name of his own. All the weaponry he has been passed down to him from his former the knight that he dies at the beginning of the series. Yeah, knight who's been training him. He's got a shitty
Knight's Tale.
Exactly, Knight's Tale. He's got this shitty wooden shield and the sword that he inherited from his previous mentor, and he's got basically no money. And again, like I said, he just tries to be a dick to Aegon. And he's like, "Go ahead and clean the horse, and there's salt beef after if you're hungry," something like that. And then he apologized, and Egg talks shit to him, and he talks shit to Egg, and it's a big brother, little brother relationship that they have. It's really well done. So yeah, I definitely like this better than House of the Dragon, but I like House of the Dragon as well because that's more of a Targaryen Civil War political intrigue thing that Game of Thrones is known for. So
yeah, I like that they can go in different directions.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, I highly recommend it. And then we recently got the Spider. Oh, I'm sorry, Chad. You wanted to talk of the State of Play, didn't you?
Oh yeah. The PlayStation State of Play that happened at the end of the last week. They announced some cool games and some stuff that is coming out this month as well and stuff. I'm excited for Resident Evil Requiem, the latest Resident Evil game to come out. Yeah. Looks really good. Looks great. It's revisiting Raccoon City. So I don't know I'm sure they'll explain how the radiation dissipated of all that time, but hey.
Oh, they probably won't.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. It's a game. And there's a new Silent Hill they're working on, which is pretty crazy because they just came out with Silent. It feels like it just came out, the Silent Hill F, but this is another one that's not taking place in Silent Hill, the town. So, because Silent Hill F was in a different town as well. So, and it follows this black character working through something. They didn't really give too much away of what his trauma would be. So, but that looks enticing, and they played another update trailer to 007 First Light.
This looks good.
It looks fun. A lot of people have hesitation for it because it looks like it's almost like a plant in the industry. It's like, where's all this excitement coming from? It doesn't seem real. But
I love the 007 games.
No, they're great. And this is being done by IO Interactive, who did the recent Hitman stuff. So I think it'll be fun. I was reading a synopsis of the plot, and it looks interesting. So it's before he's a 00, and he's teaming up with another 00 to take on one that went rogue. I was like, that's fun. That's cool. Yeah. So I'm hoping the action and gameplay is going to meet that story. So that'll be fun. And there was another one that looked pretty cool called For Loop, which is like a 4-player co-op. And pretty much you guys are kind of working your way through missions, and then it kind of branches out. You guys could it's almost like choose your own story or play.
All right.
So you'll eventually get to a different boss, almost like if you remember Star Fox 64, there was different paths on a map. Oh, yeah. So I was like, that's fun. You guys could choose all right, let's do this and go this way, and working together. Another one. They're making a new Castlevania game, Belmont's Curse. So it's been a while since we've had a new Castlevania game, which is very exciting. And it's done by the people who made Dead Cells, which is another side-scroller Metroidvania game that was very successful. And another one that popped off was Control Resonant, which is a sequel to Control that came out a couple years ago. And it's very supernatural sci-fi because it's dealing with company doing tests on psychic abilities. And this one, you're following a guy taking on these entities that are kind of I'm not sure if they took over Manhattan or what, but it kind of looks like Inception because there's a lot of upside down buildings, and your character has the ability to attach to different, so the perspective of the world changes as you play. And he has a weapon that shapeshifts, so he could have a pipe and then draw bricks to it to make a hammer and like different things like that. So I was like, that's very creative.
Use the environment around you.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was Crimson Moon. That looked like a fun one. Co-op, like gothic world where you're taking on angels and demons, and you're kind of just clearing out the land of like darkness and stuff like that. And they played like metal through the trailer. It kind of gave me a Doom vibe, but you're knights and stuff. So that one looked pretty fun, promising. And there was a reveal that they're doing a Metal Gear Collection Volume 2, and they're moving Metal Gear 4, which was trapped on the PS3. Finally, you'll be able to play it on current systems when that releases, and some of the other Metal Gear games that came out that weren't part of the main series. So I'm excited about that to come, which they also followed that up with a more fun game, probably more for children, but it looks fun. Like I really want to. It's called Darwin's Paradox, and you play this octopus, and it's almost like mimicking the play style of Metal Gear, but you are like this tactical octopus crawling through, and it looks really fun. Like from the trailer and the gameplay they showed, that one I was definitely going to look into. And then they announced God of War Trilogy. The Greek saga is getting a remake, so they're building it up from the ground up, and they're bringing back the original voice actor TC. So that'll be really cool to have him back, and I'm excited to see how they redo it, because since they've been doing the Resident Evil games, remakes, and Silent Hill, like it'll be interesting if they kind of make the play style similar to the current God of War ones with I forget the actor from Stargate.
Yeah.
So that's exciting to hear. And they also announced a Marvel Tokon, it's almost like a Marvel versus Capcom type of game, but it's just Marvel characters. So you pick 3 characters and you're kind of just fighting across. So it looks pretty fun. It's limited roster right now, but it looks like fun gameplay. You know,
nice.
I'm into those types of games. So that looked fun. And another one was Project Windless. This one kind of stole the show for me.
You showed us the trailer today.
And it's based on a Korean novel called The Bird That Drinks Tears. And so, but the game itself, it takes place 1,000 years before that, the book series and stuff like that. Okay. So, and you're playing this big, muscular rooster.
The kids call him a Giga Chad.
A Giga
Chad chicken.
I would love to see people dress up with that as cons. That'd be great. But like they're a race called Recon. They're like a race of birds. So I would assume there's other bird-like people that you interact with. But they're in a war of some kind within the trailer. I don't know the context of the novel, but they're these like lizard nature people or something. And so that in the gameplay, as you guys saw, was very like Dynasty Warriors and very like gory
and beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Elden Ring,
Black Myth Wukong. You know, like so. That one looks very promising, and I hope it meets to what they were able to present to us. So, so there was that, and then finally they revealed the John Wick trailer for the video game, which I'm surprised it took this long for a game. Although there was a smaller game. I don't think it was Keanu Reeves who voiced it, but there was called like something Hex, John Hex. It was like a kind of isometric type of gameplay, I believe, and it was on the PS4. Yeah, it wasn't as popular, I don't think. Okay. But this one looks.
It looks more like Arkham kind of style fighting. And
yeah. And I think the studio and the movie creators are involved with the process. So, and Keanu Reeves, because it's completely modeled and voice work. Yeah. So that'll be awesome to see. Nice. Hopefully I wonder if it's going to be like canon too, like the game, because from where the movie left off, this might be a prequel or
from what the trailer shows, it kind of looks like his mission to get out of the.
It possibly being chased. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the story of the game. I mean, the movies. I don't know. So that'd be interesting. So yeah. But those are a few things to keep an eye on and check out
for sure.
Coming.
Yeah, I'm really excited. The Windless trailer and the John Wick trailer look really good. So,
are you a Resident Evil fan?
Yeah,
or are you just movie? You play the games?
Yeah.
Resident?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got them. Yeah.
Oh, are you excited for the Resident Evil game?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I mean, the remakes that we got for Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 were really good. So
Yeah.
I played them. So yeah, I had a
Nice.
good time. Yeah. I'm excited. I just hope that we would get a better Resident Evil movie at some point. You know.
With this new Resident
Look,
game,
there's still hope. You know, I mean,
I've given hope every single time.
I know. I'm looking
Every single
forward to that,
iteration,
and I'm
like-
looking forward to Street Fighter. You know, like I'm gonna put up hope that these things.
I'm
will-
looking for it in Mortal Kombat. That's
Oh, yeah.
I really want it to.
I
go.
mean, we really are. It's like 30 years again. You know, like we're doing Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat in the same year.
Hell yeah.
Which happened in '96, right? So here we go again.
And I think my prediction is I think Mortal Kombat's going to be more successful than the Street Fighter movie.
I think you're right, but I do think Mortal Kombat will probably not sell as like. I know because Toy Fair is going on right now, and I know that they're doing action figures based on the Street Fighter movie, which is weird. Hasbro's doing them, but like,
how's Damien look? Or does Malchin? Sorry.
Looks good. The
Yeah?
action figures
Does
look
it?
good. Like,
Okay.
Bison. I mean, they really are going to. The costumes look just like
Yeah, it's just
the
I
characters.
my picture or
I know, and Bison should be a bigger dude.
yeah, but
seriously.
if you go off of the other movie, obviously Raul Julia wasn't
Right.
huge, so it's
I know. I've seen some fan art of like Cena as Bison.
Guile.
I'm
Oh,
like,
that'd be
Bison. Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, that kind of works.
That
Yeah,
does,
it
yeah.
does. Yeah.
He's got that jawline.
I also saw him as Guile too.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So, but
Well, that's funny because there is another toy line. They're doing WWE meets Street Fighter toys.
Oh, really?
And they have a John Cena Guile figure.
I mean,
but Cody
and-
Rhodes is playing Guile in the movie.
and the thing is,
weirdly.
he's more of a seasoned actor than Cody Rhodes. You know, like it's just I think
Yeah.
he would have been but-
Rhodes is trying. He's trying to be the next. I think he's seeing that. You know, he's what 45 something. He's up there. He's probably gonna be like, okay, I need to transition like Cena did into movies.
Yeah. I don't know if this was the best choice to make.
He was in Naked Gun, wasn't he? He was the was it the bartender or something?
That was him. Oh yeah, I didn't even recognize. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you
So
go.
he's trying.
All right. You know, we'll see.
No, I'm
See how he
looking forward to
does.
it. Yeah.
Oh, just quickly on Toy Fair, there's a couple of things I really thought was cool. That they just announced was they're doing a G.I. Joe Ninja Turtles mashup line.
Ooh, nice.
So you'll see like Leo as Snake Eyes.
Oh
and,
yeah,
you know,
I did see it.
those look pretty fun.
Mikey as Shipwreck.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
That's
Playmates
pretty
are doing a Dungeon Crawler Carl line of toys. I don't know if you know those books.
Yeah, I saw
But they're
that.
very popular books, and they're going to be doing action figures of those. So.
Nice.
Yeah,
sounds
I
good.
think I saw a Kickstarter for Dungeon Crawler for a TTRPG, like a tabletop game.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
So no, things are more pop culture.
Yeah,
Coming up.
exactly. More stuff, fun stuff.
Yeah,
Fun
fun
stuff.
stuff. Sounds good. And finally, they dropped the Spider Noir trailer, starring
yeah.
Nick Cage.
Nicky Cage.
Nicky Cage.
My boy.
Oh my God.
National
Nick fucking
treasure.
Cage. Yeah,
This trailer had everything I wanted from
Yeah.
it too. It's him being as Nicky Cage as he
it's
can.
possible. Yep.
Did you watch it in both versions?
I just watched the black and white
Oh,
version.
okay. It looked great in color too.
Yeah.
so
Oh
I-
man,
yeah.
see, I want to see.
I think I might watch it both because I don't think it'll be too many episodes.
Yeah,
really.
I wonder if they're dropping the whole thing or if it's going to be one per week. 'Cause if
I don't
that's
know.
the
It'll probably
case,
be one per week.
I'll
That's
probably watch
Disney
it
Plus
both
does
ways.
that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is Sony, so
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. But
it looks so good.
Yeah.
And I love the. I mean, like, we got glimpses on a lot of villains.
yeah,
that,
Danny Houston is Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we saw a little Electro in
Yeah,
there.
I don't
We
know who's
saw
playing that
Molten
character.
Man.
That was Multiman? I
yeah,
wasn't
the
sure if that was going to
guy
be
on
like
fire.
Johnny Torch or something.
Oh, well, maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
that'd be
I don't
interesting.
know.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, he's fully engulfed in flames, but it could be Multiman.
But that's
it
the
would make
beauty
sense.
of it being this like 1940s world is it can
Yeah.
be, you can do anything pretty much with
Though from the trailer, it doesn't seem as going to be as dark as the actual comic. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's true.
I know that was much darker, and like, I don't know. In the trailer, I saw him wear it once, but I don't know if he's wearing it the whole time or if he paints it black or whatever. But Uncle Ben's World War I jacket,
Oh,
because like when Uncle Ben dies, he wears his World War I as
yeah.
as part of his costume as Spider Noir. So and then they obviously changed his name to Ben Reilly instead of Peter Parker. So
I think that's more to do with the age too, because I mean, like,
no,
you want Nick Cage in this, but he's not. But playing
also,
a teenager.
I wonder if they're gonna pull in, like, maybe he's not the real Peter Parker and like he's a clone.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting too if they went up that route.
Yeah.
So.
I think, like, I mean, I love that he's playing him in the animated version, and you got Nick Cage doing Spider Noir in every version now, which is great. But I don't think they're the same character.
No, I think it's because obviously they've stated there is a multiverse, so there could be multiple versions of.
I just think it looks fun. It looks really good,
and you see his cageisms.
Oh man,
yeah,
through.
Sure,
I was like, yes, you got it.
I got plastered.
I'm glad he wasn't playing it like completely straight, because I would have been like, eh. But now that you get him wigging out like Scream,
and
Johnny Cage,
and you got some web swinging in there.
Some web
swinging.
He
did. Yep, we saw that. Yep.
Which I'm wondering if they're like saving it like near the last half of the show or something. Like he's not going to be immediately swinging around. But who knows? I could be wrong. It's a big budget. Big budget. Mm-hmm. They got it. They got the money.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward. It looks fun.
Oh man,
looks a lot of fun. Nick Cage, come on, man. Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
So yeah, I mean that's about it. Chad, you want to take us out?
Yes.
Covered a lot of stuff here.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Also, before I do that, I did want to just bring up, because I completely forgot. Nicolas Cage and John Woo are reuniting for a movie. I think the movie's being called Gambino, but I'm not sure what. But they're going to be filming this summer, I believe.
No,
so
it's not a sequel to Bangkok Dangerous. I'm not interested.
Well, it's not. That's not a John Woo movie.
I know.
So, I mean, unless the kid from Face Off grows up and he turns into Nick Cage again.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude.
But then you can't have John Travolta. You got to have somebody else. So it's like, anyway. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. I hope you've been fully entertained and anointed with nerdy things to go and see and watch and consume, because that's what we're about. Consumption. And if you
not tuberculosis though.
No. I mean, if you want,
don't cough up blood into a handkerchief.
No,
on our account.
Don't be Arthur Morgan, okay, guys?
Exactly.
Go to the doctor.
Exactly.
Good pull.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good pull.
Well, I'm a nerd. I gotta be able to pull that out of the hat. I'm wearing a cowboy hat. I know you guys can't see it, but I am wearing one.
It's a tiny one too.
It is
very tiny.
Very tiny.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening. Please, check, share us with your friends if you haven't, or talk about us. Make a little blog about all of our episodes.
Yeah, a blog. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
a daily motion video. Yeah,
a dated. Yeah.
Go on Friendster. And,
MySpace. Post us on your MySpace page.
There you go.
Facebook.
Make sure and post a cool song on your MySpace.
Exactly.
Profile.
Exactly.
Right. And use your glitter text to
awesome,
rate and review us and give us a shout out and a like.
MySpace.
Hit that bell on all your devices so to be
Yes.
notified when new stuff drops.
Oh, yeah. And as we always say here at Enter the Nerdom, what do we say?
Exit the...
Enter the Nerdom.
Oh, enter the Nerdom. Exit the... What do we say?
That's it. What do we say? I'm giving you guys...
No.
I'm giving you guys...
See, you didn't give us any opportunity. You didn't give us any chance.
I'm giving you a chance right now.
Yeah, just right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to do this.
I'm surprised. You can't... Come on.
This is his Valentine's Day present to us.
That's true.
He's like
no
a
warning
box
whatsoever.
A heart-shaped box of surprise.
Hey man, I'm on the spot all the time with those, so I don't pre-think
No, but
those.
you know that you're going to do them. So
No,
you got
I never do. I never. Have you?
But you know you're going to do it though.
This is falling apart real quick.
Exit the on the spot.
There you go.
There you go.
How we going, everyone?
Bye.
Bye.